Good evening. How are we all doing? It's been a little while since I've been on here. So I was going to start earlier, and then I ended up, time just kind of goes. Start doing something else and all that sort of stuff. So take that off now. So yeah, a little bit earlier, normal. I was going to start at like 6 o'clock, but I set up just after 7, and then but I didn't put a timer on it, so I think that's the better way to do it, really. Unless I could have planned ahead quite well today, but just didn't bother. Didn't bother. Too busy watching stuff online and stuff like that, films. So yeah, I hope you're all keeping well. Got Craft Beer Specialist. How you doing? I've got a pale ale. Well, not really a pale ale actually. But I've got double dry hopped Jaipur, which I've never had before for some reason. So it's been out a couple of years or so. So yeah, so double dry hopped IPA 5.9. Done a review about that. So that's another reason I haven't done no reviews or anything is I've been having kind of camera troubles, both my phone and my little camcorder. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I've resolved the phone now. I reinstalled a load of apps, and it just brought the old school way. I reinstalled all my apps, and it feels like every upgrade, you still got the grade below it, and it just accumulates storage space. So I thought I'd give that a try, and it worked straight away. I've got about 10 gig of data extra now. All I've done is taken the apps off and reinstalled them, and it's just like that's what the issue was. But so yeah, we've got Thomas. How you doing, Thomas? Hope you're all right, mate. Jack Howard, the Suffolk Viking. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Jagban, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm all good. It's still really quite windy down this part. It's actually picked up again in the last couple of hours. This afternoon it was proper going for it. Quite dangerous. I mean, up the road, I think someone's chimney caved in, went down through like 2 floors or something. But I think everyone's okay. It's just they've got a whacking great hole in the roof. So it's been gusting like 100 mile an hour down this part, but I haven't been out today. I was going to go out. I wanted to go to a pub. I've never got round to trying, and then the weather says no, you're not. So it's like one of them deals. So I just said the first beer of the day, funnily enough. So I could have been drinking all day, could have been hammered by now, but it is what it is. I'll get hammered tonight instead. Really enjoying that, to be honest. It's quite nice. Oh wow, that's lovely. That is. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah, I mean they're not far from me. Was it Farley? They're in East Sussex. Yeah, we get quite a lot of their beers. We get quite a lot of the big bottles as well. The sharing bottles, they're really damn good. Have I got one left? No, I think they done a collab with Beak. It's not far from them. But yeah. So how you doing, Sam? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping well and all that. Got a bit of a storm going on over here at the minute for us. I'm sure Thomas has got it now. So no worries. How you doing, Simon, mate? Hope you're keeping well. Hopefully the trains will be working in the morning. We'll have to wait and see, and if not, I'll see what the buses are about or whatever. I mean, I'm hoping there's not too many trees between here and Canterbury, so I'd imagine it's more the other side of Canterbury, but we'll have to wait and see. Got Paul, PA Brew News. How you doing, mate? Hope you're keeping well. So yeah. So he's explaining the beer peach. Yeah, it's just nice. I just think it's really good. It's always on. Was it a Rise you said you had? Yeah, we get it on cask quite a bit down my way. Yeah, Rise. It's always on somewhere. You can find it within, if you look around a bit. Pretty damn good. You're on a West Coast barrel aged quad. I guess is that what you're on now? Sounds pretty good. West Coast barrel aged quad. I lose track with what's going on now, to be honest with you. I don't even know what's in the supermarkets, to be honest. Never mind what new styles are coming out. I've kind of slackened off with all that stuff. Oh, what's coming out, this and that. I just can't be bothered. There's too much information to retain. My memory's lazy, so can't be bothered. So, I'm really enjoying that though. It's got a bit of pininess to it, a little bit of bitterness to it. I'm definitely swinging more towards the West Coast kind of type beers these days rather than these haze craze things. That and pale ales, I'm really, really enjoying them. How you doing, Adam? Hope you're keeping well, mate. Just finished your tea. Ale time. Part to do it. Indeed. I did see you posted a photo earlier. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. Good to see you having a few beers. Hopefully, well, I don't think it's affected you quite as bad as it has down sort of Wales way and southwest and sort of south coast. It's been pretty rough. We haven't even had any rain today. It hasn't rained at all. It's just the winds have been like, you can hear like the house slightly creaking, which is really weird. I can't remember the last time we'd done that. It's probably in the 80s when I was a kid. We had that big old storm. Nice. Danger ales, yeah. Indeed. You're on track. Nice. It's all right, isn't it? Good for starters. Yeah, I started off with a 5.9. And then I've got a few other beers I just need to drink, really. So I'll do that. And I might do it. Well, I'll see. I'm not that fussed about doing reviews so much these days. Especially some of the older stuff. I don't think it's fair. Pardon me, but there is one stout I want to review at some point, which again I picked up about 3 weeks ago. The North Star number 3. So it's a collab, Northern Monk and Lerveg. It's only a 9% Imperial Stout, so it's like low-end Imperial Stout range, if you can call it an Imperial Stout. I like to think 10 is where, for me, Imperial word comes in for these stouts, but that's just me. Whatever, I don't know. But whatever it is, it's Black Forest Imperial Stout. It's got loads of like cherries. It's got some nice artwork. I've not had the other two actually. They never had it round where I was locally to me, so it's just a bit of a shame. But I went, as I say, picked these two beers up about 3 or 4 weeks ago from a real big Morrison store in Sittingbourne, and I was just like, wow, they've got quite a lot of stuff on. There's a couple of them two really stood out that I really wanted to try. Wasn't too much fussed about some of the other stuff. I have picked up a few other bits and bats a couple of weeks ago when me and Jake done that kind of classic supermarket beer sort of session we had, which really enjoyed actually. I picked up a few other bits there in Sainsbury's, free down in the fridge, so I might review them. We'll see. It's not one of them things I feel like I've got to review, and I'm really enjoying when I do have a beer now. I'm actually going out more, especially now I've had the lurgy and stuff. I feel a hell of a lot. I was fairly confident anyway, but I feel a lot more confident now that I actually had the thing. So a while ago, I've been enjoying brews from 2015 this month, so I'm a bit behind. It doesn't matter, does it? As long as you're enjoying what you're drinking, I think that's the most important thing, really. So yeah. Oh, it just jumped. How you doing, Craig H? Just watching Hospital with my day-old daughter. Oh well, congratulations there, man. You'll be needing a beer. And I hope you're. I guess I'm reading that right. My day-old daughter. Yeah. I hope your partner's okay, as well. So yeah, hope you all three of you are doing good. Congrats, big congrats, man. That's cool. Yeah, we had a code red. I've never had a code red this part of where I am. I don't think it's ever happened in my part of the UK. It's southwest, sort of Somerset, North Devon, Cornwall. I think maybe South Wales, and then Isle of Wight, Hampshire, East Sussex, West Sussex, Kent. It was all under red. So I think they had a gust of wind 122 miles an hour on the Isle of Wight this afternoon or late morning. Not bad. You don't want to get clattered by that, really. Yeah, indeed. Oh, it's quite windy. Yeah, it's just gone crazy. It's going to die down. But it's still windy now, but it's going to die down. It's still going to be breezy and shit tomorrow, but right, yeah. It's still quite windy here, but then I am at the sort of southeastern tip of England, so we're probably the last to have the stronger stuff. It's heading sort of your way, where you probably got it now. I think Belgium, the Netherlands, and probably Denmark are probably going to cop it as well, either now or later, whatever. Yeah, don't worry, man. I blame my reading on autocorrect reading. So, yeah, I think fences and stuff are here. I think the tree's still in the garden, upright as well. So, but yeah, and that's it really. Just been keeping an eye on the news and stuff. I see it's not in mainstream media yet. Let's have a look. No, it's all about the storm. The O2 Arena's half of its roof has been ripped off in London. Some church spiral blew off. Planes aborting landing because they could not. Why would you fucking fly anyway? But yeah, all trains are not working. I think they cancelled cross-channel ferries between Dover and Calais. Usual big storm sort of stuff, really. Then a clean up tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, you got no garage. It's gone. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? You'd be gutted. Fuck the fence. Where's my beer? You're on the fence. You don't want to be on the fence. Wouldn't last long. Like it. Good. Oh. Give me all that pine and bitterness, please. Don't want sweet tropical. I want pine bitterness. It's really nice. There's probably better out there. It's just I don't drink as many of these kind of type beers now as I used to, and you just get your palate gets so saturated in these kind of New England styles that when you get something that's slightly different, it really pops and it leaps out at you, and I really enjoy it. It's really nice. That's what I want beer to do. I don't want it to be boring, and it has been boring for quite a while for me. As good as they are, they just become boring, and I'm start searching for other styles I don't normally drink just to give my palate a bit of a kick, and that's kind of been what I'm missing. I've been going back to I always like cask in the winter anyway, things like that. Just really, Oh, wow. That's nothing. That's up to you, man. That's entirely up to you. What, while sitting on a fence? Yeah, indeed. So, but yeah, been watching what's going on in Ukraine. For some reason, it's not in the media at the moment, but it's kicked off in the east of Ukraine this afternoon. So, we've been evacuating Donetsk and the Donbass region in the east. So, yeah, it's not, but it's not on mainstream media yet for some reason. I don't know if it's all about Storm at the moment. It's like what's more important, something that's happened at home or something that's going to be potentially bad abroad. That's the way it works, isn't it? Mm. Loving the shit out of that. It's lovely when you get a beer like that and you're just really, really enjoying it. And you want more of it. It's not a struggle. Just hitting that spot. It's cracking. I don't want hotburn. Nah, hotburn can get in the sea. I get that off New England IPAs. I don't like it. Just the bitterness, the piney bitterness with a little bit of hoppiness there, but don't really get too much hotburn on West Coast kind of style stuff. I don't anyway. Don't probably drink enough of them, but I don't like uber fresh IPAs. I like them to sit for a bit, especially the New England styles. Like, oh, you canned yesterday. You got to drink them fresh. And it's like, I don't want to drink that yet. It's going to be heartburn, and it's going to be better in a couple of weeks. That's I'm not too fussed about boxing, to be honest with you. Was it the UFC last Saturday? Was it a couple of Saturdays ago? I don't even know. Don't even know who won. I'm out tomorrow anyway. Hopefully, if the trains are running, I'm going over to Canterbury tomorrow, so it could be a bit of fun. Barely touch the sides. On next beer, please. See, he's on it. Yeah, I've kind of done it with a few beers. It's not every brewery. It's just one or two breweries now and again. You think, oh, a couple more weeks to sit. And it's miles better. I've had it with a few breweries. I even, I generally, if I know it's like super fresh, then I'll leave it for a while. Although I did have the putty pretty quick. It weren't as burny as last year at the same stage. So we're talking about it now. There you go. Funnily enough. Yeah, absolutely. I only bought one beer, one can. I paid a bit, slightly too much for it, but it was on release day in a pub, so I paid £9 for mine, which is probably about £1.30 more than what you really want to pay. It's around about £7.50 mark, £7.80, whatever, something like that. I paid £9, but I was only ever going to have one can anyway, because I think it was last year or the year before I had about 4 or 5 cans and had it one really fresh, hot burn, really hot, and then add one like every 2 weeks after, and you can see how it changed. But yeah, but the fresh can was good, so I reckon this year it's going to be better than last year or whenever it was. I don't know. I'll be popping my first all grain brew. Okay, that could be interesting. See what it's like. Are you doing like a film review or something at the same time. That'd be good. That'd be good. Oh, my dad, yeah. Yeah, that's just a random one. Don't know why I went live. I don't know. He hasn't got a clue. He ain't got a clue. It's like, oh. Just talking to him. He didn't even realise. Then he just starts talking normal. You know, if you trigger him with a few Howard Tottenham getting on, you know, it's great. Yeah, so I got the train home and got a lift. And then I was straight down into town. A few more beers, and that was it really. I had a couple more, and then I got soaked coming home in the rain, and then that was it. I say Littleton's still up in London, so go and pick her up on Sunday. I didn't really want to spend the whole week up there, and my dad went to golf yesterday, so looked after my mother. And there's a storm, and then going out tomorrow, and then probably go up Sunday evening. You know, breaks the week up a little bit for me. Actually, a dark beer that I don't really need to review. I've got plenty over here. Dark beers there. I'm definitely going to review them 3. But actually, barley wines. So. Wondering. Have I still got that? Bloody hell. Oh, we'll crack that open, shall we? A 330. I can get that at any point. So naughty and nice. It's only a 330. I know you can get different variants of this now. 5.9 chocolate stout. There we go. Rich and dark. We'll crack that instead. I do want to review that, so we'll leave that maybe until later or another day. I just realised we might have to crack open some Raggy stuff here in a while. They've been there since fucking August, goodness sake. But they've been cold. But I don't know. We'll see how we go with them. I never got round to them, to be honest with you. One way or another, just never didn't really happen. Oh well. Yeah, film it. Yeah, that'd be good. Impy Stout or Amber? You're gonna go for the Impy Stout. You don't, you just lose the coin and drink the stout. That's really good. It's really good. Yeah. Get on their website, dirt cheap. It's like, I can't remember what was it, £2.70 or something for a can. Ridiculous price for a quality beer like that. It's like, yeah, absolutely. So 9 people watching, so happy Friday and all of that. I hope you've in the UK, at least if you're in the UK, you're okay. Just finishing up a double dry hot Jaipur from Thornbridge. A beer I've never had before. It's been around since September of 2020 to commemorate the 15th anniversary of the original Jaipur, or Jaipur, however you want to pronounce it. Same ingredients, but double dry hot, hence the name. And that's in a supermarket in Morrison's. So, just a shame my local Morrison's isn't one of them big stores, because I was quite impressed by the range that they had up at Sittingbourne. when I was going up to the paper mill micro pub. Really great pub. They've actually opened up indoors today, funnily enough. They've been planning it for a while. They had an outside massive marquee with heaters and stuff. Obviously today, I don't know if it would be still standing, but they actually opened up indoors today. So good luck to them on that. So yeah, of course he's going to go. It's not even. There's not a debate. There's no coin. There's no debate. He's going to have the Imperial Stout. Yeah, but it didn't really affect the northwest. It's more further south of you. I think north of you is more snow than anything else. But I didn't get any rain. Missed all the rain. So the wind was fucking. It's pretty bad. But so yeah. Oh, 2 seconds. Why am I getting notifications on Untapped? So I just got a photograph. Oh, bless her. That made me laugh. Daughter's done that in. I left my slippers up there. My feet are freezing. She goes, that's. And then it's just like, I got a message, that's Daddy. Oh, there you go. Bless. Just catching up there, and there. And that's it. Sorry about that. Any more? For any more today? No. Always get sidetracked. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. What's that? There you go. Steady rolling, man. It's actually got to the point now where it's on in bars and I don't go for it because I can get it. Steady rolling man is a permanent beer now down my way, which is really weird how that kind of works. You know, one of the best pales in the country has now become quite regular to the point where I'm looking for other stuff, which is kind of crazy, really, but still decent beer all the same. But anyway, I'm going to open this Naughty and Nice. I've had it a while, actually. Oh. Best before the 30th of April, so we're all right. It's only a 330ml. Crack that open, give it a try. Just trying to think, what have I got a glass here I can use? It's clean. Yeah, we'll use a pretentious glass. Why not? We'll use one of them. Pop City. I can't go this year because it falls on my daughter's birthday weekend and it's Jubilee weekend as well and all that craziness. So hotel prices are going to be crazy that weekend. So I'm not going this year, but I might go to another festival instead. We'll see how money is and if tickets are available. I don't like these glasses, but sorry, it's actually pouring out really dark. I'm pouring it out too bloody Adam-like as well. I'll do. obstructs the old viewing of the thing with all the right and the circle light behind you. But it's actually a lot darker than I thought it would be. Nice creamy head though. That's the reason I actually like doing that to low ABV stouts, just to give it a little bit of a get a bit of the gas out. And what does it look like? Is it creamy? Is it fine? Does it last long? Does it go down? That kind of deal. Looks all right. The glass. Fucking hell, yeah. Plenty of chocolate in that. It's almost like a cocoa powder, like a little dusting you get on like dusting the chocolate on a cappuccino or something. Yeah, smells really, really nice. Let's give it a try. I've still got that. Fuck it. Let me just drink this first. That was very nice though. There's no water in between. Let's clash the flavours together. God, it smells really nice, I have to say. Now the head's gone down a bit. Wow. If the aroma's anything to go by, this is going to be quite impressive. Cheers. They're very smooth and creamy. That's a really nice beer. As chocolate type stouts go, that's really nice. It's not too high of an ABV either. You're getting a lot of that flavour profile without anything kind of interrupting it. The way my palate likes it, anyway. I mean, you're going to be different. Everyone's different, which is good. But for me, my palate, this can now, that's really smart. That's really nice. A smart beer, that. Wow, 2 good beers off the bat. It's good, isn't it? Makes a change. Normally you get 1 or 2 that are a bit, oh, fucking hell. I mean, that's been sat in this room for a good best part of 5 months, although it's a cool room. That's really, really nice. It's worked out really well. Might have to get it again and do a review. It's one of them, isn't it? So, but it needed drinking, so there's a fair few beers that need drinking, but that's really impressive. I mean, they're a great brewery anyway, of course, but I've been waffling away and the comments have been going, so apologies. People say hello to each other, which is good. Yeah, the glass Hop City last year. And walking around with them in the rain. I actually made it home, which is bizarre. I actually got 2 of these home. When I went to Manchester once, one didn't get out of Manchester, never mind all the way home. But then I was in a bit of a fucking mess. Bit of a mess. Just ask Rob. And his floor. And his blow up bed. He probably did blow up after I left. You're drinking out of that glass too? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I don't like these stem glasses. I don't think there's any need for it. You just... I thought Tekus were bad. They're even worse. I don't know what you call them things, but they're proper pretentious glasses. They're right. They're right for showing off in a cabinet or something, but actually using them generally, I don't know. I mean, for big stouts and stuff like that, I mean, size of it, there's not much in that. But you just got to be so damn careful with these. They're just going to snap. You know what I mean? So it's about 4 inches. Hang on. Nah, it's longer than that. Yeah, I don't like these stem glasses at all. But different strokes and all that. Yeah, people say hello to each other. Oh, right, okay, nice. I haven't had a beer from them for I can't remember. There's a few stouts they had that I saw on Trembling Badness recently. Looked really nice. I just never get round to them. Proper specialist Sony. Like that one. Ah, interesting. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But no, I haven't yet. There you go. Hats off. Yeah, I had a haircut last Friday. Now the hat stays on proper, although I don't want to test it today. It's been, there's fucking tiles flying around and all sorts out there at the moment. So, although I think the wind has dropped in the last half an hour, I can't quite hear it so much. So, I think the worst has probably passed us now. Excuse me. Yeah, it's needed it. My hairdresser, he went away. He said he was going away. I got it done in November, middle of November, I think. Last time I had it cut. I'm going away for Christmas and that. I was like, okay, no worries. I'll see you. I said I might be back in February. I was like, okay. I said when you come back, then it's going to be like you can make a wig, you know. And sure enough, walked in. We just both started laughing, and it was pretty like crazy. But yeah, just shooting the shit. He went home to see his family in Romania and all that. Yeah, it's just nice to catch up and have a chat and stuff. Helped him sweep up the room after. There's like a fucking sack for this hair everywhere, which is quite amusing. But so Rory had that a few weeks ago, that beer. So there you go. I haven't had a beer from them for a long time. That's what I want to start doing. I want to start going to breweries that I don't generally drink. But you always get, because you're obviously paying money, aren't you? You always go back to what you know. And there's, I guess it's not just me, but you know what's really good. And you always, a new beer. I'll give that a go, Rather than that, that's going to be so good. That's going to be really good. And then, let's try another brewery. Then you drink it. It's like, fuck me, I've just paid the same price. I could have had that, and it's not that good. So it's like, But I do want to try new stuff as well. So it's really kind of maybe try one beer. If it's good, try a different style. I always like to go like a few, like 3 styles really. And if all 3 styles are good, then I'll carry on getting them. But if all 3 are bad or one's good and 2 are bad, then I'm like, then I'm not. That's the way I kind of do it with new breweries. But yeah, it does look good, but had this conversation with Robin a few weeks back. It looks really good, but it looks really American. But but it didn't come across like it had much character. Although I'm going to a brewery's opening tomorrow, and it doesn't. It looks kind of similar, and I'm like, I'm going for the people. I'm going because I've got a lot of friends going. I'm going with friends and stuff, and I'm meeting other friends there as well. So I'm going more for that, but I don't know. I tend to like the older type style. They've got a bit more rusticness about them. I really enjoy that more, but this, it's good though. It's good. I mean, they're going to do well. People travel. They're producing some phenomenal beers. Not that I've been drinking much of them, but Tracker, a brewery that, and to, I haven't really been drinking a lot of their beers. Although I had one the other day, it was pretty decent. I mean, it was an older can. And a bit like Daya, I haven't really been drinking a lot of Daya, and they're like two of the best breweries in the UK. Cloudboar I haven't been drinking for probably over a year now, probably a year and a half. Again, they produce fantastic stuff. Beak, I want to try more of their stuff. I've tried about 5 or 6 different beers from them, really good. I've actually been drinking a lot of Verdant lately, or say a lot. For me, quite a lot. For the people who drink Verdant, it'd just be normal. But since Putty's come out, I've had a few bits and bats. They brought a Dunkel recently. That is very nice. And that's what I've been doing. I think I've been going to try and breweries that I know, but they're not kind of gravitating to what they're amazingly good at. I've been like, oh, what's Verdant Dunkel like? What other styles are they doing? What are they like? To get an idea. I've had a Helles from Verdant before, and that was really good. The Dunkel was really good. And I've been doing that with breweries, even like Colonel and stuff. They brought out a Dunkel, which was phenomenal. That was absolutely fantastic. They normally have that on draft at the tap room in Bermondsey. So if you ever get there, get a pint of that. I think that's a permanent line at the moment, or it was. I haven't been for a little while. But God, that is amazingly chocolatey. That is just working so amazingly well. It's great when you get a beer that it delivers what it says. It's a bit like coconut stouts. They don't really deliver much. Very rarely, anyway, with coconut in it. It's like, where I want more. You always left a little bit. I am anyway. I'm just greedy though. But if you like chocolate, I think this is one of their core range beers. They've got different variants out now. Vocation chocolate stout. Oh, that's pretty awesome. To be fair, it's pretty damn awesome. It will. Oh, tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully it will be. Yeah. So, cheers, CB. Hope you're keeping well. Let's have a listen outside a minute. Excuse the gut. Yeah, it's definitely dropped the wind. Yeah, it'll be all right by tomorrow. Hopefully, if there's any trees need to be cleared, they'll do it overnight. But it's all right out there at the moment, which is good. The ABV on this is 5.9. Jackman. It's more than likely going to be in a 440ml can as well, Thomas. I got this quite a few months ago in a Beer 52 jobby box. What does it say about it? doesn't really. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit here. This is our rich, dark, and decadent, decidedly decadent chocolate stout. Uncompromising, bold, chocolatey, blah blah. It's a beer to sip and savour. I agree. It's a little bit naughty. It's just I hate all that sort of bollocks. It's a stout. It's chocolate stout. That'd be. Then they go into the name of it. Smooth, rich, and dark. Warming. Don't know about that part. It would be warming if it was a higher ABV. It's soothing. I'd say it's a soothing beer rather than a warming beer. But it's an ABV where you could probably have a couple, which is good. That's really nice. It's got like a upper medium body for the ABV, which is nice. Slight dryness though. There's that cocoa powder dryness coming in sort of round about middle of the palate. But not overly sweet. The sweetness there. That chocolatey kind of goodness sticks around on the palate. It's doing what I want it to do. That's what chocolate, for me, a chocolate stout, you're calling it. It's what you should do, and it's doing it. So I'm pleased with that. Yeah, absolutely. It really is interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's just a different glass. I don't normally drink out of this kind of. I don't want to spill it on the fucking laptop either, but the head retention is quite. I mean, although I've just done that, it's not really increased it too much. There's actually head retention is pretty good on it, to be honest. And, yeah, it's just great. Room temperature beer. Some people like their stouts cold, and then let them see them change. I don't want them too cold. I want to get to the good bit straight away. The only time I put my stouts in the fridge is like in the summer months when we get sort of any kind of a warmer temperatures and stuff like that. That's the only time and then I'm like crammed for room. It's like, oh shit, I've got to put all these stouts in there but then I've also your pale your lagers, your sours, your IPAs are in there as well, unless you're poor, of course. You just put them in the oven, but yeah, it does get a bit crammed for space. And I've got a build up of stouts here. It's just not even funny anymore. So we're just gonna have to just start reading them off. I'm on beer from Vocation. You've probably seen reviews of this. The original Naughty and Nice, at Hebden Bridge in Yorkshire. So chocolate stout, 5.9%. They produce some really good impy stouts that I've had before in the past. And various reviews of supermarket stouts from these guys. A lot of them I've not had, but this is really nice. And they've got about 3 or 4 different variants of this now. Well, they did have. So sometimes I think, and this is probably going to be the base beer they use for a lot of their beers. And half the time, a lot of the variants of the base beer aren't as good. I don't know that. I've not had any of the other ones before, but I've had it with other beers before, and I've come back to the base beer. It's always been the beer. It's the beer. The same when you go into barrel aging of a base beer. It's not as good as generally not as good as the base beer. And this has given me that impression without knowing, kind of thing. This is a base beer and it's fantastic. So, I'd love to try this on cask. It'd be great. And I don't even think you'd need sparkler or anything, northern to do with it like that either. I think it'd be great. Little dick there. How you doing, Drew? You all right, mate? Yes. Yeah, I'm on for My little girl was in London with her grandmum, so it was half term. I've been up there half the week. I come back. My dad wanted to go to golf yesterday. I'm going out tomorrow for a few beers, so sort of in between. Oh, fuck it, let's have a few beers. The only interruptions I'll get is if I want to go and do a review for 5 minutes or so. You know, that's about it. I've got to order a kebab in a little while as well. Just remembered that. Yeah, so hopefully they're running. We'll find out in a while. But yeah, cheers to the chat. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, you get them over there, right? Yeah, this is one of their core range beers. So hopefully you see it. I'm probably going to get some more of this actually in a bigger can size as well. You know, this is I could do a couple of these quite easily. I think it's really good. Yeah. Mm. My worry about this beer is I've only got one. I don't think it's going to be as many stouts that I've got here is going to be as good as that. Can't really say that really, but just got that impression, you know. And Jagman saying hi to Drew. Cool. You is it too early for you to drink yet? Or are you still at work or on the commute home, or what's the deal? Just nice to have a few beers. Are you not out tonight, Jagman, by the way? Obviously, is it because of the weather or you at home, or what's the deal? Let me just hang on. Now here we go. All these breweries that I tag people with, it ends up clogging up your I always forget I've got a touchscreen laptop now. So now I know how to do sending links out. Oh, fuck off a minute. It's pretty responsive as well, which is nice. It's nice to have something that actually works properly once I've worked it out. See if anyone's sorry, I'm just talking to myself, don't worry. Yes, mate. Structured. Nothing out of hand, or I'll ban you. You know, a little bit of structure anyway. At least at the beginning part. Later on, we've all had a beer, then yeah, not off the bat. Not at this time of night. But I'm really enjoying that. I can't believe these two beers have just blown me away, and they're regular beers as well from two. Well, yeah, I mean, Thornbridge and Vocation, just hitting the spot. And you know, you get the beers that make you smile. It's like, it doesn't have to be these hype breweries. It's just really solid, well brewed beers from two decent breweries. It's really great. I love it. Yeah, I wasn't looking at that screen then. Do 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 do. Just trying to work shit out there. Well, now I've got it on there. I don't need to do it anymore. Oh, hat's on too tight. Must have a big head. Oh, fuck. My hair used to pad it out a little bit. Now it goes down too far, and it's like, fucking hell. It's hurting a little bit. There we go. I'm trying to read the small print. Oh, yeah. Especially the chocolate stout, yeah. It really is fantastic. And whether this beer is always like that, I hope so. But this can is just like blowing me away. How good it is. Not just saying it, it's just proper good. It's like a liquid hot chocolate. Seriously. A little bit of kind of that dry cocoa powder you get at the bottom of a hot chocolate. It's a little bit of that towards the back end of every mouthful. But apart from that, it's fantastic. Really is damn good. Oh, I'm going to have to get some more of that shit. It's working for me anyway. Frankie's flying up over here, so yeah, no worries. Fucking hell. So I've got WhatsApp messages and fucking Facebook messages and messages on Instagram. Don't worry, I'm not popular. It's just all coming at the same time. Did anyone grab the Cloud War suit? No, I didn't. So we've got a couple of people joining at least. So a little while. Sorry. Turn the volume down as well. That's it. Done. I hate being unsociable. I hate it when I'm in a pub and doing that. It's weird. Let me just go back a little while. Are you working and listening? Okay. So, you joke, man. You're at home tonight. Let me just put that there. Try if you do. Yeah, you've got fucking loads of beers in your garage, haven't you? So, it's the point of going out spending money. You've got all that in the garage. And that's why I've kind of been a bit like, I could have gone out the last few nights. Couldn't be bothered yesterday. I could have gone out yesterday. I was like, wasn't feeling it. You got an opportunity to go out, and then I don't go out. But I am going out tomorrow. Today, the weather's like, it's not worth the risk. And I've got beer here, so I didn't go out. And then tomorrow I am going to go out. I'm going to go out earlier, get some breakfast and stuff. A parade. Yeah, no worries, Rory. I'll just send you the link, Rory, and then you've got Jackman down there. So 2 seconds. I put it into the other group as well. Trying to work out what I'm doing now. with you in a sec, Jagman. Right, so copy. Check your messenger, Rory. That's it. And then we have Jackman. How you doing, son?
Good, mate. Good. Hope you're good, Craig.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, good.
Sounds like you've got a good day tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to Flock Brewing has got opening their tap room tomorrow
Oh, nice.
in Canterbury. So I think the first 50 or 60 people get a free beer. So
Oh.
I'm hoping to get a free beer anyway. I want a free beer.
You should know.
Well, I don't know about should, but yeah, I should. No, I just so that's going to be fun. But they're going to have beers from Beak and Dale on as well. So
Oh, nice.
like fucking, that's good.
It's good.
So yeah, but hopefully they got a dark beer or something on. I don't want it to be fucking all crazy hazy.
Yeah.
So 12 beers of haze would be like fucking hell. Someone bring a like a mini keg of lager or something.
Yeah. Break it up a bit.
Yeah, so that'd be good. Hey, hi Thomas.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Oh, good.
Great, mate. Been a while since you and I have been on a stream together.
Yeah, I was just. It's always like, oh, there's that, or then it's mood and.
I did just remember we were actually on a stream together like a week or two ago, but you were in the train. Remember?
Oh, it was shocking. Yeah, but the signal on a train is just impossible.
Yeah, that was horrid. So we were like semi on a stream together. Like that was good fun though.
Always a semi when I, on a string with you. So.
Oh yeah. You know how that one works. Lovely. They don't call me Poundland Jesus for nothing.
Yeah, in public is a bit dodgy, but yeah.
There you go.
What you both drinking? We'll start with Jagman, and then we'll.
I am on track Moxie.
Okay, bit reflecty.
Yeah, it is a bit. It's the old dry hot hells Citra.
Oh, okay.
And I've got to say, it's
so it's like an IPL type thing, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's lovely, absolutely lovely.
Nice.
It was just Peter was talking about it in one of his streams the other day, and I said, "Oh, I think I've ordered some of that."
Yeah,
it's great. As you can see, it's
that's what I wanted to look at, just the what it looks like. Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, IPL type head retention. Head retention looks good.
Yeah, it might have been a crap pour by me as well.
Well, no, but if you go to Czech Republic, that's what they do. They just,
it's called a milk pour, isn't it?
It's normal just to get rid of the. Yeah.
That's what they call it.
So, Thomas, what you drinking, son?
Well, I'm on the MP. It's a Brazilian beer actually from True.
Oh, okay.
Not from True. Sorry, it's the True series by. I always mispronounce this. It's Cervejaria da Diva. Anyway, so the Brazilian, and they had this series of 4 different, different stouts. They call the True American Oak or something like that, and then they always have another adjunct. And in this case, it's the vanilla one. There was a coffee one. There was a coconut one. There's this one, and there's a 4th one that I still need to try.
Well, the coconut is good, but
the coconut one was lovely.
Oh, well, that's good because we were saying about that coconut earlier. It's like normally half of them are shit. It's like disappointing.
They're either half of the time they're like the coconut doesn't just really pop. It's more, it's more like sort of fruity, tropical vibe. And sometimes it's just way too overpowering, like you're drinking liquid Bounty bars or something, which depending on my mood, I can be okay with.
I'm all for that. How you doing,
Yeah,
Rob?
I mean-
You all right?
Robbo, mate.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Man.
What?
It feels,
Since I talked to you
yeah, it
last
feels
week?
like it. Yeah, but it's a
last
long
weekend,
time.
wasn't it?
It's a long time.
It's been a long week.
What are you drinking, mate?
I'm dead posh, me tonight. Oh, it's from Burial.
All right, okay.
It's an IPA, 7.4%, and it is called Above the Threshold of Hell.
Lovely. I'm okay with that one.
Ridiculous
That name.
But yeah.
Is it a
Posh shit I
Hellas?
bought from Cloudwater.
Is it a Hellas?
No, it's an IPA.
That would have been good though, wouldn't it?
It would have been. I don't think they're the kind of brewery that going for wordplay with that kind of like ridiculous name and branding. But yeah, no, it's really good. Cloudwater had a box. It wasn't cheap, but I thought, I looked at ratings and they were all really high. Go on then.
Yeah.
Make something out of this shitty, fucking horrible week.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, that bad.
No,
week,
just
then.
me. Weather's just been horrible, hasn't it? It's
Oh,
Oh, like I said, I thought so. You
It'd
meant
be
something
miserable.
happened or something.
No. Just
really, really bad.
No.
It's
just been
I mean,
horrible.
early part of the week, we had a couple of spells in London where it's just like couldn't go out. Just couldn't go out. It was just lashing down with rain. You know, when the kids are off school, it's like fucking hell. You know what I mean? It's just
All right.
pain in the arse. And then I come back Wednesday and had a few beers in Canterbury on the way back and all that. And didn't really, didn't go out yesterday. And then today, so I couldn't go out because it was just hurricane force winds sometimes. So it's like,
Yeah, it's bonkers.
got beers at home, so fuck it.
We've had like gusts of wind reaching 130, 140 kilometers an hour with some peaks going at like 145.
That was crazy.
But that was, you probably didn't notice that, but every now and then the lights here just flicker a little bit.
Yeah.
You would say it's pretty fucking intense. So
Yeah, we had light flickering. We had, I think there's 200,000 people out power earlier on today.
damn, that is all right.
But fortunately, we wasn't one of them, and it's dropped now. The wind's dropped now, so it's going towards you.
Yay!
Woohoo! Fuck
Get rid of it. Pass it on to Dutch. That's mid bloody ceiling.
Instead of passing the Dutchie, you're passing to the Dutch. There you go.
Yeah.
No, never mind. Okay, I'll shut up.
No, I got it.
Did you see that video with the ferry? I think was it in Germany where the waves smashed the windows.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. Hamburg, wasn't it, off Hamburg or something?
I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, just like don't sit near the window at the front of the ship. You know. Yeah. Mind you, I'd rather been on that than the Greek ferry on fire. Fuck that shit. But there you go. Just be at home. Don't go on a boat or a plane.
Yeah.
No planes, no trains, no automobiles.
There you are. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm on a train. Hopefully.
There you going?
Hope so for you.
Canterbury.
Canterbury again.
Yeah, well, Flock are opening their tap room tomorrow. So.
Yes, I saw. Yes, I've seen on Instagram.
Yeah, I was at a bottle share about 3 weeks ago with one of the guys from there. He was telling us about it before it was. Everyone's, come down. It was not on social media yet, but just come down, blah blah. I was like, okay, cool. But they're gonna have some Beacon and some Daya on as well, so that'd be really good. So yeah,
it's very nice.
Some of that. Hopefully, there's some dark beers somewhere or something.
I'm glad you just
No,
mentioned
it's not
breweries.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's some fresh Daya or Beak to be had right now because I still have not had.
Yeah, the Jürgen in Impy Stout is probably the one I'd go for.
I've got kind of that. Yeah. Have you had it?
Not yet. I will do. I will. I'm actually going to get that.
I've got one, but I've not had it yet.
Yeah, I know Jake thought it was amazing. Hey,
What up, Rory?
trying to work this shit out.
Yeah, plan is to go to Halifax tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, it's not too far really, and it's good do, and lots of kind of good bars. Weather looks a bit shit, but I don't want to be just penned in all week. Been so few places, but yeah, there's a bunch of bars owned by same people, and they're doing a bunch of beers from Liverpool.
Right.
So, retrace the steps.
Yeah.
From a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, some of the breweries that we had left the other week.
I must be because when you're not at home, you go on someone's live stream, you forget that you've done it because you're not at home. I'm not familiar with surroundings. I forgot we were talking about that last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It sounds really good. I'd like to go to Love Lane. I don't know what they're like.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's the tap room's really quite swish. Really, it reminded me of like a better version of Northern Monk.
Yeah, it looks quite modern. Sort of, but in an older building.
Yeah. It was an old kind of like industrial building. It's quite high end, but I think they're kind of it's a kind of place that just normal people go because I think the food's might be really good as well. Yeah. And when we were there, we were on, so it was packed. But and they do flights, and it was free thirds for like £5 or something.
That's cheap.
It was decent value, and they were all spot on as well. I mean, I think I had 2 IPAs and a Baltic Porter, and they're all spot on. No complaints about any of them really. I mean, I was impressed.
That's good. Good. Just run back to some comments. See that, Rory?
Hi, Rory. What happened?
I just left. Yeah. For the first 50 apparently, but we'll see about that. Yeah. A few more comments.
I only reserve the posh voice for the posh people whenever I'm with streaming with Paul. It's just going to be like my Northern American accent. I'm just don't fuck like hell. No fucking same game.
He's in his English.
Dig-a-doon.
He's in his English zone at the moment. Leave him alone.
Yeah, right. There you
go. Sam saying my favourite brewery owner here in Oz is best mates with Burial owner. There you go. Small world. All right, it's done some collab stuff. Wow,
cool.
And that's Rory again.
Yeah, you can hear that. Okay.
Yeah, of course. At least I can hear it.
Even briefer appearance by Rory that time.
All right,
he's back.
You all right now?
Yeah, I tried to go on my laptop, but it wasn't working. The audio. So
too much malware from your porn.
Yeah. Huh? At least you sorted your lighting out. So yeah.
It's so angelic, isn't it? It's so beautiful.
Raised light, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Are you drinking anything, Rory, at the minute, or?
Yeah, I'm having it. I had these come earlier yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Beak Parade.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had
the
one earlier as well. Hello, I think it's called the IPA.
How's Parade tasting? I didn't really like it last time I had it.
It's all right. I should have got. There's other ones. I was thinking. I looked again today on the website. I should have got other ones. I think.
I thought I liked it, but yeah, last time I had it, I was a bit like,
Yeah, it's not. It's all right.
About it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a one with it's called Meow or something. No, it's got Sabro and Citra. I should have got that.
Yeah, they have a couple in Canterbury at the Good Shed. When I was there the other day, I didn't pick it up. I bought up. Is it Maracay Brewing? Picked up.
I know you mean.
Really?
Yeah, I can't pronounce.
I've seen a few knocking around.
Sussex based. Another Sussex based brewery. I've had some good stuff, but I've not had anything from them personally. It's just a pale ale brought up, and it was only like £3, so I was like, oh, give a go on that. I might do a review in a bit.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one before.
You might know if you saw it. Yeah, it's a funny word, isn't it? It's
I can't get the can of it. I'll show you.
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? You might
It's quite funky can artwork.
Yeah.
But a lot of them knocking around this way. So I thought, oh, been around for a while as well. It's just, you know, it's like, oh, I'll pick one up, see what it's like. If it's really good, I'll be like, oh, okay, let's try something else from them. You know,
it's just making that dip in it, like you said earlier, to a new brewery. Just
find something. You want to give everyone a chance, but then you spend money, and it always comes back to what you're getting with stuff. And,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? I had one the other day. Oh, I can't remember. The name of the brewery is so forgettable. I can't remember it. I think it's called Drive-Through IPA. And it was like Andy's beer or something terrible. But it had a really good rating on Untappd, but it was just fucking bang average.
Yeah.
But so I was a bit like, yeah, that's a good example of.
And this is
been a load of bollocks.
This is the trouble with Untappd. You can get a really decent beer that's within the style. Really, you're not going to get too much better, and it's just got a fucking bang average shitty score.
Yeah,
because it's not a fucking New England hazy or something. It's like.
I actually had a discussion about Untappd with Harry.
I did see that.
Yeah. I've stopped rating beers on Untappd. I'm just gonna. I'm still going to try and post as much as I can. Sometimes I just forget to check in, but I'm not going to check in with ratings anymore. Just description of what I think of it and whether or not I like it or recommend it. Just think rating, especially what you said with the haze craze and other like pastry stouts. People go fucking mental over them.
But it affects other styles. That's the trouble.
It does, because then they're trying a Helles and they're like, yeah, I like it, but it's not. I don't like it as much as that 4.4 rated.
Yeah, but you've got to rate the style. You can't rate. You got
exactly.
You need to rate the style. I've been saying that for ages.
And you get the fucking wankers that like hear stuff about how fucking amazing sours are, and I'm talking like real sours, not like the slushy shite, but like actual sours.
Yeah, I'm not.
And then I'm
not a lover of these big fruited sours and stuff. I can't. Yeah.
I hardly call them a sour, but then they just rate it like a 0.25 or 0.5 because like, what is this sour shit? I'm talking about actual like Gers's Lambics, right? Proper. Actual sours, actual sour ales, and I'm just going to rate it because
proper beers, yeah.
And in the style, they're the most amazing stuff you can get, but because they're like not accustomed to the sours, they'll give it a low rating. Shit like that is really pissing me off. So I decided to just no longer rate and just describe.
I do it. I rate for myself, not for anyone else. So
see if that. It depends on what you want. Well, hello, hand. Sorry, Rory just doing something with his camera, and all I suddenly was seeing was like, fucking
sorry.
Rory wasn't okay with the topic, and he was just like, talk to the hand. Well, okay, then we will.
Yeah, speak to the hand.
No, but it's Untappd. It just kind of. And have you heard that? This was a thing in the Netherlands last week. Apparently, prices for venues. People, if you're a venue and you want to go on Untappd, you have to pay for it, right? Prices have gone up with like 35%.
Wow, it is expensive anyway, isn't it? I can't remember.
It is expensive. Yeah, so if you're like a pub or you're like a beer shop or whatever, and you want your venue, it's already been tricky for like a lot of pubs in the last 2 years, and now they're expected to pay more to be on Untappd, and it's like a damn.
I've not. Oh, the price. Oh, they put Untappd are putting their prices up.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's something as ridiculous as like 500 quid.
Yeah, actually,
it's like fucking nuts.
My local was. I tried to get on. I said, "Where's your beers? Where's the tap?" And they said, "No, we've come off. It's too expensive now."
Yeah.
It's kind of useful. I mean, like tomorrow, when I'm out and about in Halifax, I'll use it. I'm going to go to free places because they're doing this Liverpool stuff.
Yeah.
The other places, my decision will be made by what's on. But I guess the thing is, if they're not registered, which I don't know if many of them are, a few might be, it is down to kind of like that kind of crowdsourced kind of information which I rely on. So if I'm out and about, I'll probably check in a few bits and bats because to kind of like to help others, if you know what I mean. So that's how I
know
use
exactly.
it.
See, let's say
I want to be like, they've got this beer on here. I'll make sure I go there. Don't want to miss that. That's useful.
Let's say some of your mates have like you go into a place where you know some of your mates like to go, and you and them have like a similar beers that you have in common that you like, and you just check them to see what they've checked in on that place with like decent ratings. I can understand that you're like, okay, they liked it. I'll just give it a shot. And that's how I use Untapped. If I find a beer and I'm like, do I like this? And I see the newest fucking, let's just give an example again, like the newest Haze Craze, the newest fucking hazy IPA. And everybody's giving it like a 4.4. And I know what my friends like to drink, and we have similar flavors, and they're giving it all like a 3.75. I'll think like, okay, maybe I'll just skip this one if it's 12 fucking euros.
Yeah.
That's helpful, sure. But people who just blindly go, like, I just bought these 5 new amazing stouts that were like $20 a can, a bottle, whatever, because Untapped says it's a 4.6. I'm sorry, but you're kind of being just a sheep to the herd, aren't you?
That's exactly why I bought these.
There you fucking go. And then I love to drink Schlenkerla's Märzen, and I think if you go to like Schlenkerla's Märzen on Untapped, what I can just quickly check what's the fucking rating on it, you know.
That'll be to do with a bunch of things. I'd say that'll because it's been checked in a lot. There you go. That's the one.
I picked 2 cans of that this week, Craig. I'll be interested to see what you think of that.
Yeah, so I'm just about to do a review. It's a 3.8 pale. Eldorado, Citrus, Simcoe, and Mosaic. So interesting.
I've never heard of that still. I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, they're out of East Sussex.
I find Untapped. Sorry, I find Untapped. Like if you're going somewhere, you can check what they've got on tap as well. You can just see. Yeah.
Helpful, isn't it? Yeah.
What people have been checking in recently. You hope someone's been,
Yeah.
And I mean, if you want to look at the costs, look at what maintaining, a decent website. That's expensive too. That really costs money as well. It could probably be cheaper than Untapped, but Untapped is extremely user friendly. You just pay for it. You go on. Like I have a list of the beers that I have in my pub. All you have to basically do is go to your own profile. You just go tap 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 tap, and that's it. You don't actually have to build or maintain a website. You want to remove a beer, it's gone. Want to add one, it's just there. You don't have to actually do a lot of work. So I understand that it is easy and highly accessible for the audience that you're trying to reach.
Back in a minute.
Yeah, of course. So that's just kind of sucks. By the way, I quickly just checked. The Schlenkerla Märzen, which in the crowd that I sort of hang out with, is absolutely adored and is considered one of the best beers in the world. Gets a 3.51 on Untapped.
Yeah. That's what I don't get. My favourite beers. I'm like, what? It's meant to be the best beers.
No, but you know what I mean. But then I'll have like, and it's not like I hate these beers. But then you get like a new Verdant or like a Dutch brewery, like a Volkinger or whatever, or Van der Streek IPA, which are good. I like them. They're not bad. But people are going to go fucking mental for them, and they're like scoring them up there, and I'm like, it's just so fucking average. It's so the same. It's like the same fucking beer all over again. We just released a new beer. No, you didn't. You just had the same bloody fucking recipe. You like threw in a slightly different yeast. You had 5 hops. You took out 2, and you interchanged them for 2 different ones, and you're like, oh my god, fucking new beer. Go fuck yourself. Go absolutely fuck yourself with the biggest dildo you can find in your fucking tight ass. It's not a new fucking beer. Sorry. It just pisses me the fuck off. Go innovate. Go be innovative. Go actually write completely new. Stop making 5 double hazies in a row and actually make 5 different beers with 5 different recipes in 5 different styles in a row and still have all of those be high quality and very drinkable and just easy to get, and then I'll be fucking impressed with you.
I ordered some Braybrook beers for next week. They'll come in next week, and I was looking on Untapped to see the scores on the beers that I bought, and like because they're lagers, they were like getting 3.6, 3.7, that kind of thing. And they're good beers, aren't they, Rob? You've tried them, Braybrook.
Which ones?
Oh, Braybrook are fantastic.
I've not had a hell of a lot actually. Next week I'm probably going to pick up some Utopian stuff. The Trembling Manus have got in some new ones. They've done an alt beer and a Doppelbock. I'm like, because they're only like £2 odd a can. It's the little cans.
Yeah, they're good, well priced.
So I'm like, why not? I'll give them a go.
Yeah, they're
yeah, no, I completely agree. I kind of want to have. I mean, it's probably not the time of year to be doing it, but I'm more interested in having a few more kind of styles knocking around, not just for reviews. When I got in from work on Tuesday, Becky had bought these Helles. I don't know what the brewery is. It's American. German brewery, swing top bottles. I have no idea what it was, but it was delicious. And so I kind of, I like Utopian. I think the Cerne Special is just amazing.
That's lovely. I'm on one of your track Moxie.
Oh, yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, is that the dry hop one?
Yeah, I'm glad I got a 4-pack of these because it's
lovely, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Is that the Nelson?
It's super hoppy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the Nelson one?
I think we had a Citra one.
Oh,
yeah,
that's Citra,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the can a bit reflective.
Some shiny fucking.
Yeah, it's a proper.
And what's that brewery again? Because
Trek.
I think that I might have had some of the beers because the logo looks vaguely familiar.
Good.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting some of those, but I didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, I went for I think I had about 20 cans.
Oh shit! Of that, just that one.
Yeah, no, I got selection. I had earlier Pale Ale, Hear It Again, which was great. I got a selection of a few other beers. So, but
yeah, they are good. They are damn good at track.
Yeah, I've never had bad beer from them.
No. That's stuff I've not liked as much as others, but I mean, I guess they are the kind of like. I guess what Thomas is on about, like where a brewery's doing the same thing week after week. They are probably quite guilty of that. But like but I guess because they've got such a big tap list and tap room, if you want, and like me and Peter did when we went, we had pale ales, IPAs, West Coast IPAs, kind of mega, kind of like with their more lactosey ones. But then we had a couple of lagers, and a couple of barrel-aged imperial stouts as well. So they had a nice, even if you weren't there for like 4 hours like we were, you could go for like 2 hours and have a nice kind of spread of
a broad range
of stuff, opposed to just drinking loads of IPAs.
Just go there when it's a bit warmer.
Yeah, fuck me, it was so cold. It's absolutely freezing. It's like, they had like one of those, like there's like heaters that like a jet engine.
Yeah,
they had one of them, but it wasn't on. I would just come put it on. Freezing out. Like the staff, it's so cold. But I guess it's in a bar. It's an industrial building, isn't it? Really. So
when your beer comes out as a slushy, not because it's a slushy IPA, but because it's fucking half frozen.
It's fucking freezing. Yeah. So I'm not racing to many tap rooms before spring. I don't think.
There's somebody. I'm not going to say words out loud because I don't want to say names because that's always a cheeky thing. He'll let you in soon, mate. But somebody's in the basement.
Yeah.
But, the master of ceremonies fucked off. So
he's doing a review, so it'll be a while. See, when I'll go and do a review in a bit. I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Boom.
I also, by the way, love
Boom.
the fact.
Boom.
I also love the fact, by the way, that Rob is taking this moment as a opportunity to give himself a manicure.
No, it's a box owner.
Oh, I thought you were clipping your nails, mate.
No, it's what I used to open beer. It's a Stanley knife.
Yeah.
But it used to have like a load of blades, so when they got blood, you'd snip them off. And I've just got the scrag end of it, and that's what I use to open boxes of beer. There's like a real little bit of blade left. It's perfect for just.
And I kept hearing sort of like clicking noise because you had it like that. I thought you were like.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a fiddler. I'm guilty
that's okay,
of fiddling.
mate. So am I. I always like keep my hands occupied. Whatever. No, I didn't say. Never mind. I didn't say anything. That's why I always try to keep my hands on top of the table when I'm live. Never try to go like this on a live stream because
you'd be too tempted.
Yeah, it's like you see somebody on a live stream, and at some point you see them being very focused, and all you know is that arm is just moving just like a little bit. Fuck it!
Just a little move on the shoulder.
Oh god!
I didn't realise you were that kind of party. That kind of live stream.
It's a lemon party.
Live Jasmine.
Oh god!
Weird look on their face.
Oh,
confused but slightly pained. That's me anyway. That's my sex face.
That's just me.
Yeah. What was it again? I saw this lovely meme the other day where it was like, why men have the eyes open during sex and why women close it? Because women during sex are like, men during sex are like. So yeah, there's sort of like a truth in there.
There's a lot of truth in that.
Man, at some point, I don't want to, but at some point, I really would love to see, like, someone take a picture or hold a mirror, and like, what is my face like during sex? And I think it might just actually put me off of ever wanting to.
No, you don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need to see that.
That's the biggest reason why I would never want to film myself on. Well, there's a sign here like Beer Hub Live. I would never post anything of myself on fucking Pornhub because I'd be tempted to just like, what does it look like anyway? And realize after 2 seconds nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. No. Oh my god. Someone's doing a quick review. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're doing a quick review. Have one off, mate. Have one off. So what are you going to review, Rob?
What
are you going to review? Because you said you're going to review
another burial one. Another burial one. Probably double IPA. The box was 2 straight up IPAs, 2 double IPAs, and a triple IPA. So I'll have a.
Who was that by?
Single and a double. Burial.
Was that an American brewery?
Yeah, I got them from Cloudwater. They did a box. It wasn't cheap, but I thought, why the fuck not? And they all had like monster ratings, and it is good. But then I had a really good glass house last night.
All right.
I had a really good glass house last night, and that were like £4 odds. So,
are they still on there? Do you know the burial? So I'll get a pack.
No, the pack's not there. They had a very small amount. It were on the kind of pre-order of for like if you're on mailing list. I think I would just right place, right time. No, it's probably all gone. But
I got their party pack.
Oh, the Cloudwater one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had the. I did a review last night of the triple, but then I think I fell asleep with
the triple.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah,
I might buy it again. I did do a review, but I was a bit pissed. I think. I went sensible, and I just had like a couple of pails and a couple of IPAs or something last night, and then my mates were opening bottles of Imperial Stout and giving me like a glass of it. I'm like.
Hey. This might be an interesting question, by the way, because you guys, of course, because Craig's still gone. Tom Stocks is asking thoughts on Northern Monk DDH IPA North.
Not had any of them. I've not even seen them. Are they Tesco's?
No bloody idea, mate. I just saw the
Rory.
That could be
the North and South ones.
I'm not sure.
Bowman's reviewed them. Go and look at what Greg thought. He's the oracle as far as supermarket beers goes. He's reviewed every single one of them.
I'll just quickly check on Untapped what it's all about. Northern.
I still think Northern Monk Faith is a great fridge filler, isn't it?
North.
I've not had it for ages.
Yeah, I still get them in now and then just to tide the old fridge over.
I had I think it was like the Valentine's beer. My mate shared a can with me when I was at work. Well, he is my boss, so he can give me a half a can of Imperial Stout at 3:00 in the afternoon while I'm working. So we shared a can of their like Valentine's beer, which was called Soft Centre, and it's is it strawberry and cherry kind of Imperial Stout?
Yeah.
So it might be like box of chocolates, really, and it was damn good. I mean, if you had
the other day, did I?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah. It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah.
We've got that kind of like if you had the kind of strawberry cornetto one that they did, that was really nice as well. And I don't like Northern Monk Stout. Yeah, it was really. It tasted just like it though.
No, but I believe it was just that. What I'm trying to say. Last time I've had like a strawberry.
Either, oddly.
I can't remember the last time I've had a cornetto, let alone a strawberry one.
Well, tomorrow go out, treat yourself to a nice cornetto. You don't have to get strawberry, depending on your personal preference. You might like chocolate mint.
Mint for me, I think. Mint cornetto for me.
Mint. You guys get mint flavored. Nice. I love that. We don't get those.
Classic.
I love mint. I love mint. The mint. What's it? Chocolate chip mint ice cream. That's good shit.
Yeah, I love a mint feast as well.
You know mint what?
A mint feast. Like
what's that?
It's like ice cream with like a chocolate shell over the top.
Ice cream butter stick. Get a ice cream lolly in it.
Yeah.
Lolly. I love that lolly.
Mint ice cream encased in a hard chocolate coating with kind of nuts on it. But then I like the bit. I like the very middle bit. The little kind of chocolates, like hard chocolate stick in the middle of it.
Speaking of cornettos and chocolate, somebody once said like a couple of years ago, I saw this somewhere online, and I fucking believe it. You know the end bit of the cornetto, right? The end of the cone with chocolate in it.
Yeah.
If that ever came in bags as a snack food.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
Or even better, as a cereal.
For a while over here, they were doing just the bottom 2 inch of a cornetto, so you get a little bit of ice cream, and then you get a load of chocolate. Be like a couple of bites, and then loads of thing, and then loads of the thing. Yeah, as I have a 6-year-old child, I'm quite often eating a cornetto, so that's one of the benefits of fatherhood.
Tom Stocks is saying cornettos have got smaller over the years. They haven't. We got bigger.
Exactly. We've got bigger.
And not bigger as in physically, of course, we got bigger. But as a child, when you were small, like having one of those things
in your hand
and have that as a treat, that was because that was a treat. That was special. That was amazing. And whatever. And now you just look at the damn thing and you're like, that was just £2 that I'm never going to get back. And I could have, been more economical about it. You get fucking old, mate. That's what it is. The cornettos are still the same. It's just we've changed and not for the better.
Exactly. Not for the better. Much for the worse.
Much for the worse. We all got fucked and we all got shite. Oh, man. Where is
Jake's in the review now. He's one of the beer reviews who takes 17 minutes, isn't he?
I always thought mine were long, but...
No, Peter's always best when he'll come on for 3 minutes and then I'll go off and do a review, and then 45 minutes later he's back.
Yeah, I've just gone off and done a review of the beer. It was a very nice little pale little lager. I've had it with a smoke and watched a very artisanal movie. And
there is something slightly Peter-esque about what you're doing there.
I'm trying. I can't do his voice. Yeah, I can't do his voice, but I've tried to do his essence.
Yes,
I can imagine he likes smoking cafe cremes or something like that.
Oh, I won't put it past him. What's those French ones?
I don't know.
Fucking hell.
a fucking cigarillo.
I loved cigarillos back in the day. Oh, fuck.
No, he smokes menthols, I think, does Peter.
No. Who fucking smokes menthols anyway?
Peter, I think he does. I don't know if he still can.
That's right. Yeah. I actually, this sucks. I just realised I'm going to stay on. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer, but I've got bloody work in the morning. I don't want to.
I had the day off work today, unexpectedly.
All right, why is that? With roof come off the shop.
No, just because the weather. Because I live half an hour's bus journey from where I work, and it wasn't even that bad. I thought I could have done it quite easily, but being a bit over cautious, I think.
Oh well,
I'm not complaining, but
you can complain if you want.
Yeah, no, I wanted to go to work. Fucking hell.
No, you know what but honestly, I just love that one. People are like, I'm not complaining. You fucking are. You fucking were, and that's okay. Don't be ashamed for complaining. It's okay. Complain if you want. It's just I love how people feel bad about it. I mean,
no, I'm not complaining about not going to work. To be fair.
All right, I'm gonna go and do a review as well. So I'll be finished before both Jake and Craig. But I use my phone, so I'm gonna have to like drop out and everything. So I'll be a backstage bastard like Jake probably will be as well until Craig returns. See you shortly.
Yeah. See you in a bit, mate. Cheers. So
have you had any of that? The Hurricane Eunice?
Yeah, man, it's pretty intense here right now. I mean, it's like I should have started that joke differently. It's like having sex while camping. It's pretty intense. Anyway, no, it's we've had I just checked the news actually a couple of minutes ago. In total, we've had 4 casualties, I'm afraid. We've had gusts of wind that reached 140, 145 kilometers an hour, which is, do you guys have kilometers or miles?
Miles, you know?
Yeah, right. So let me just, kilometers an hour to mph. Those were gusts of winds about 80, 85, 87 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty, and it still is pretty rough because where I live, we've only just basically got to the worst of it here, and it's probably not going to be as bad as some parts of the country. I would reckon we'll probably hit like 70 miles per hour in terms of wind, which is still pretty rough. When I left work, stuff, I just actually, literally, because when I left work today, it was 6 for me, so 5 for you guys. 4 trees had fallen down in the sort of yard area behind the shop. So yeah, that was pretty rough. It was pretty fucking intense, and we'll just kind of curious to see what's going to happen during the night, because they said that for my area where I live up here in the north, we're kind of in the middle of the worst right now. We'll see.
I think it's like a one day we have it. Like tomorrow should be back to normal. It's going to be a lot of rain, I think, tomorrow.
Actually, I've heard that there's going to be a lot of wind on Sunday again as well.
Oh, is it? Oh,
someone's dropped out.
Well, that's actually night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Jake is in the basement. There he is, finally.
Sorry.
That's all right. No worries, mate.
Jake in his beautiful lawn chair.
Where's Rob had to go? Or?
No, he's just doing a review, so he need to use his phone, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
You've been out in the wind, Jake?
Yeah, I know. Look at that. I don't know what the fuck's happened today.
Windswept and
yeah, I mean, I have been out in the wind, but this is ridiculous.
No, it blew my hair off. It's just
I think it's rather sexy.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Sorry, there's probably been comments and stuff. It's done a couple of reviews. One was really good. One was like, a bit disappointed. They've done 2 reviews.
Oh, I think I kept track of the
I'll just
comments mostly enough, but
I'll just go through.
What did you review, Jake?
Well, obviously a beer from
of course, it's beer. Do you every time I'm on a stream with Jake, he's drinking fucking beer.
I drink a lot of beer, to be fair.
There's gonna be Beacon tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. So
I've got some Beacon, Jake.
Oh, nice! Can't go wrong with parade.
Yeah. What's this? A parade?
It's a parade, isn't it?
I'll get a can of Bello after.
Free beer soon, Jake.
What's that, sorry?
Beak must be sending you some free beer soon.
Oh well, I keep dropping hints, but
yeah, honestly, and this sounds really stupid, but don't drop hints, because as soon as you start dropping hints, they actually really.
Oh no! I by drop hints, I mean I've tagged them in an Instagram post.
No, I don't drop hints. I just ask them for some beer.
No, I was about to say, Jake's hinting at it is basically sending DMs like, "Send me free shit, bitch."
Yeah. Just come out of it. Just at least at least know where you stand.
Give me free beer.
No. It's like yes or no. It's all right, love. How you doing? It's like one of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you fancy a beak? Yeah.
That sounds like the worst come on line in a pub ever. Hey you, you're a pretty bird. Fancy a beak?
Yeah, all your fancy love playing.
Yeah, but they're a great brewery. You know, you got to try this beak. Yeah.
Also, I meant my penis.
Yeah, well, I didn't need to say it.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Imagine referring to your penis as the beak. You'd just be terrified to be. It's the beak.
Yeah, no, it's been called the dude, so I'm the beak. Wouldn't.
The dude.
I didn't bring that up anyway. I just was talking about beer.
Yeah, it'd be more worried if she turned around and said, "What percentage is it?"
I'd say it's really strong.
It's like I consider myself a microbrewery, and this is my tiny little pale ale.
Oh, so it's not an imperial.
This kind of talk is not allowed these days.
It's a session.
It's alcohol free.
Yeah, that would actually be lovely. That would actually be funny. And the girl is going like, "Yeah, I've heard of you. You were always boasting about your impressive imperial stout, but honestly, it's your session that you're." No, I'm not going to go there. Never mind. I'm just going to stop now because I'm only going to really make this bad.
You are?
No. Yeah, not in a good way. Okay.
I don't drink enough of Northern Monk these days. So North, don't know. I used to drink a lot of them when I first started doing. Yeah, I don't. As I say, I had a couple of beers earlier from supermarkets, or one beer, shall I say? And I thought, no, two. Did I have 2 beers? Yeah, one beer. And it really good. I really enjoyed it.
Where did you get the vocation one from?
I got that from Morrison. I love that. This was Beer 52 job about 5-6 months ago.
Oh, right.
But it's on their website, Core Range Beer, 440ml can. Get some.
Get some.
Get it. It's good. Yeah, I was impressed with that.
Yeah, I'll give them a go.
I think they do like 2 or 3 different versions of that now. They've got like adjuncts in with that. That's the core beer, the core range beer, and
yeah,
that was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. I didn't. I've seen them all, but I went in supermarkets. I don't go for the new stuff. I'm not really that fussed. To be honest with you, but
be honest with us. Come on.
Well, I don't rush out for the new releases to do reviews of. There's plenty of people who do that, so it's all covered. So I'd rather get some classic beers like what we and Jake done like a couple of weeks back, and really enjoyed that. That was really good.
Yeah.
I'm just to have to quickly do this, considering the newest, just because of the newest comment.
Yeah, well, don't jump ahead of the game. I'm not there yet, so.
It's the win.
No, but I just had to do that. I had to do that. Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing, Blake? Hope you're still there. Cheers. Cool.
Yeah, that was an interesting. We were talking about the
that one.
Yeah,
okay. Just jumped a few.
Thank you. Lucky man.
Harder.
I've
heard that before.
That's what they always tell me, and then I'm like, oh, come on, don't put any pressure on me. I'm trying to perform here. This isn't working. I'm having anxiety attacks here. I don't feel depressed. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, was that a bit too much to share?
Yeah. I just wondered what the noise was. Do you want a link, Matt? By the way, I can sort you out. Where's my phone? It's here.
Oh God! If he comes in, I'm just probably gonna get.
I'm not trying to get rid of you, Thomas.
No, but I'm gonna get slammed if he comes in, because
you always get slammed.
This is true. I do need to talk to Matt, by the way, about.
Well, talk to him then.
Yeah. Well, I will. I'm just waiting for him to come on.
Well,
oh, man, I'm already shifting into my American accent. Holy
yeah, I can feel it.
Can you feel it? Finally, somebody feels it.
Yes,
yeah. Haven't heard that in ages.
I Jake, that people, space, time, money. It's good, isn't it? From Verdant for a 3.8.
Yeah. Oh,
if you want to join, Matt? You're always welcome, my friend.
It's one of those beers that you could just have that in your fridge constantly.
I've got the link now. Send you the PM. So
it's amazing.
Can I just really ask you guys? Is Verdant really that good?
No, I think they can be a bit hit and miss. This particular pale ale was really good.
I did it on draft the weekend, Jake.
Yeah.
The experiment.
I bet that was good.
But I had that. But the Dunkel was better. I enjoyed the Dunkel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that from them or Pressure Drop?
No, it was a Verdant Dunkel.
Yeah, interesting.
Like a Dunkel lager or a Dunkel Weizen?
No, just a straight up Dunkel. It was good. Oh. It wasn't as good as Colonel's Dunkel, but it was pretty good. And something they're not renowned for. I thought, I've got to go for that.
Yeah, let's try something a bit different. Then another hazy pale ale.
That's the trouble. It's like, for fuck's sake, as good as they are, it's like I just want.
Yeah, but I was so impressed with that. It was 3.8% and just bags of flavour, bags of body. It was just
But can I be a cynical bastard about that? Because we were talking about that earlier. How so many of these breweries just always basically rebrew the same beer.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that while you were going, Craig. They just basically take the same bloody recipe and they'll just, maybe add a different yeast to it or switch 2 or 3 hops around and then they'll call it a new beer. And sometimes I get the idea that some of these breweries are like, okay, we hear the fact that people complain about that we always do the same beers. Here's a Dunkel, we do different shit, and then they're going to brew 10 of those double IPAs in a row again.
Yeah, but the trouble is, I bet that Dunkel doesn't sell as much as any of those.
I know, and
IPAs. That's the thing.
But sometimes I'm.
That's the
reason.
Why I
say I'm a cynical bastard. Are they doing that because they want to brew a Dunkel? Yeah. I just said that.
I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you.
It's the classic thing of it. Everybody says they want red IPA and stuff like that. It's like, why do people do more red IPA? It's because it doesn't sell.
I know.
so people don't make it.
No,
it's a lovely beer when it's done done properly, and they're very enjoyable.
But are they brewing that Dunkel to please the people that say do something different, or are they brewing the Dunkel because they want to, because they literally say we love a Dunkel and we want to brew one? That's
that sort of thing. That sort of thing. They're probably doing it for themselves in a way. They probably want to brew that. And
but I like just to see. Okay, we know what they're about with the pale beers. Let's try a lager or a Dunkel or something, and see what they're like on that.
Mm-hmm.
And
being devil. Go on, sorry.
No, that was it. It's just nice to try a different style from a brewery that's not renowned for that style. Just give them a try.
Being devil's advocate for a moment, Thomas, if all your favourite Dutch breweries made a smoked Märzen, would you buy them all? And if you did buy them all, what are the chances of you saying, well, they're not as good as Schlenkerla?
High, pretty high.
So
I would try as most of them as I can, because that always depends on availability.
Do you think you'd stand up saying that?
There is a good chance. It depends. I've had a smoked Helles from.
There's no depends. Yes or no.
Depends on the quality of the Märzen, the smoked Märzen. That's what it depends on. That's my point. And that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. I've hardly ever had one that really was as good as the original, but that's because there's a very interesting, intricate way for Schlenkerla to make that smoked Märzen. It's very all in-house. They smoke their own malts and everything. They have their yeast, the way they do it. But I've had a few smoked Märzens from other breweries, or smoked Helles or whatever classic German styles that were absolutely fucking on point. And if they are that easily to get as the Schlenkerla Märzen is, I would definitely buy them all the time, all the day. So yeah,
fair enough. Very good.
But then again, I did a good review on smoked Helles, and the first thing the brewery did was send me beer, including that smoked Helles. So there you go.
So the answer is no.
No. Go film some more reviews.
But that's it. I mean, Jake's absolutely spot on. I mean, the reason why the more prevalent breweries brew what they brew is because that's what makes the money.
Oh yeah.
And those things kind of afford them to the breweries to do those other bits and bats which won't be as popular. So, I mean, we had from Beak the HB Pencil Porter, very popular.
How?
That was the name, HB Pencil.
HB. I thought it.
The HB Pencil.
No, I get it. For a second, I was like, "What now?"
Porter? Oh yeah, Beak. Yeah,
I like that. Like, as in, because the HB Pencil is like dark and.
I've had the one before. I've just had the Pencil Porter. I haven't had the HB version.
So it kind of allows them to do that. I mean, they're selling loads of IPA that allows them to make stuff like that once in a while. They've done a rustic lager recently as well, but which probably both won't. So, I mean, they might sell a load of the lager at the tap room, for example. But
yeah, I got that lager in the fridge. Moose. It's cool.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. As in the dessert, not the animal.
Also, I think it's gonna. If you have to pour it really aggressively,
big foamy head. Did you have the Jürgen Imperial Stout?
I've not had it yet.
I'm going to. I'm going to get that.
Yeah,
but it sounds great.
It'll be interesting to know your thoughts on it. It was good. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. I'd say.
I'm gonna get it.
Did you like Hoopla?
Yeah.
As good or as not?
I prefer Hoopla. They're different. I'd say they're different stouts.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, but it was still good. Yeah, just what it wasn't my favourite thing ever, but it's still good.
Need a piss.
It's not Schlenkerla Märzen.
Nothing is as good as Schlenkerla Märzen.
There's loads of miles better beers. I mean, but if you want to smoke Märzen, it's the one that you probably are going to buy.
That's actually an interesting question.
I don't mind it, but I'm not. I wouldn't drink that beer every week. I won't drink that. I've not drank that beer for years. I don't dislike it. The first time I had it, I bought it by mistake. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I used to buy it and take it to force it on people and be like, drink this. It smells like smoked. It tastes like smoked salmon.
I love the fact that Rob had this first sip of a Schlenkerla Märzen and his entire face was like,
what the fuck is this?
It wasn't this moment that Rob realized he fucked up.
Yeah, he fucked up. Well, I did it twice in the same bar with 2 different beers. Schlenkerla, I thought, knowing what I know now, it was Schonerama Pils. That's what I thought I was buying. It's kind of got a similar style of artwork. Like the labels, both kind of like a bit like a bit scripty, a bit like an old scroll. Similar kind of style. So I'd be like, oh, I love that pill. I love that. And I bought it. Pints, obviously, back then. All you drink were pints. And it was probably a £6 pint or something, even back then. And so fucking got this. Jeez, what the fuck is this? I'm trying to find out for my mate. And he's like, no, I'm not bloody drinking that. I'm like, come on. I paid all this money. He's like, yeah, you bloody drink it. I'm like, oh.
But I am curious for you guys, what is like the quintessential smoked British beer?
I had lager Braybrook the other week, and it was fantastic.
Which one?
The barbecue Hells is good.
Yeah, that was nice as well. I fell over as he's pointing up at the seat.
Let's go for a piss.
Hasn't he been gone for like 10 minutes now?
Don't Torside smoke a lot of beers, don't they? Isn't that their thing?
Yeah, Torside do a lot of small beers. Yeah. They're in one rarely. I think that's the shot.
Yeah, I don't think there is a quintessential smoke beer in the UK, really. Not on the level of Schlenkerla.
No, it's not a popular style. It doesn't suit the British kind of palate, really. I don't think.
Yeah, it goes back.
Yeah, it goes back to what you're saying about what sells. It's just,
Yeah,
no, makes sense. I mean, there's hardly any real proper, Dutch smoked beers. There's a few doing some things. I mean, I actually have a local smoked porter that's absolutely fucking amazing, if you ask me. But on average, no, that's not being done a lot.
If you're ever curious about, it's actually quite an entertaining book as well. If you want to know kind of like about history of modern British beer, like within the last 40 years, there's a book called Brew Britannia. There's 2 bloggers called Bauk and Bailey. It's a couple. And their book's brilliant, and it goes back to like pre-camera, and it talks about like how camera came about and how things changed and why things were how they were and why things are kind of how they are now as well. It's a really good book. I don't know. Have you read it, Jake?
No. I've read their blog. I've read their blogs, but I've never read their book. Yeah.
How you doing, Matt?
It's really good.
How you doing?
Pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, good. You drinking anything decent? I'm sure you are. Oh. Sorry.
We did it on purpose.
I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm
it's a
pressing
pair.
the wrong button. Pressing the wrong button.
Let me plug this thing in.
Oh no! I thought Matt had pulled out like a fucking keyboard or something. Then.
Yeah, for a second I was like, what's going on?
The serenader.
The DJ disco.
Theremin.
I wish I had a theremin, to be honest with you.
I wish I had a theremin.
I have to admit, every time I see Matt drinking a beer, I still assume it's going to be an alcohol-free one, or like.
Yeah.
You've really kept that up for a long time. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, this is a pear with lime IPA, non-alcoholic beer.
That's weird.
Cool.
Yeah, Pilot Pro. Yeah, it's fun. It is what it is. I got a bunch of real beer back there. I'm not drinking real beer, but
yeah.
I kind of like this is the first thing I'm having. You know, it's earlier here in the day for us, and I just finished work, and I figured I'd crack something, but I just don't want to crack a beer just yet. So
yeah.
I didn't even sip it yet. So here you go. Look at this.
There we go.
There you go.
There you go. Life is complete now.
Nice.
How is things with
Just
work?
need
by the way?
some
Because
alcohol.
I know it was very hectic for you.
Yeah, work sucks, man. I've really just gotten to the point where I just don't want to be at my job anymore, and I'm actively looking. Actually, I have a job interview on Tuesday, but I'm still working at my old job. You know, I'm doing what I'm doing. I had a really stressful project that I needed to complete. It was actually basically I had to migrate the whole business server over to a new server and get everything kind of up and running in a new location and do a bunch of technical stuff that just annoys me a little bit. And I ran into a lot of problems because our old server was wonky, and I've finally kind of crossed that hurdle of getting it completed today. So I'm kind of on the back slope of that project. So a lot less stress after this is done, but still looking. You know, I want to get something more local to me, but since I do have a job and whatnot, it's not like I need to go out and really search for something. It's just an odd experience for me. Like when the job I'm currently at now is the second job I've had in 24 years. So I worked 18 years in one industry, 6 in another. The 6 is the one I'm at now. So this is technically, I've gone on one job interview in 24 years.
Yeah.
I get that feeling. I get when I switch jobs. When I switched jobs, I had been working at the same place for shy of a few weeks, 19 years. So to just suddenly sit there in a job interview, going I had to do a job interview. I was like, how the fuck do these work? And people around me were like, what? You know how these work, right? Don't you do them all the time? And I know people who job hop so often, they switch jobs more than they actually work jobs.
I bullshit to get the job, you know.
Yeah. It's like, I lied. How'd you get the job? I don't know.
Which is, I mean, if you think about it, if you're all about upward movement, it's kind of smart to do that because you should just keep looking for better jobs.
Nobody finds you out.
But you know, I really did enjoy where I worked up until the past. Basically, COVID kind of made me not like working there. Like it is kind of. They went from COVID is like we got to make sure everything's all right to yeah, it's fake. Come to work. No one gives a fuck about it, kind of stuff. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, I've been with the same organisation. I've had a bunch of jobs within the same organisation, but I've been working for the same employer for over 20 years now. 20 years about 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
that's impressive, man.
I was a fresh-faced young man when I walked through those doors.
Like I remember being pretty when I started working there.
Oh man, me too. Gorgeous. 25.
Yeah.
I was 20.
Dark hair.
Yeah. Dark hair. Yeah. No, I was already half. I was 20 when I started working where I recently left, and I was 20 and I was 39 leaving there. That was really fucking weird.
Your best years. They've had your best years all fucking downhill from there.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's not like wasting a lot of your years on the wrong thing. So yeah, there you go. No, it was great. It was a great job, and I still have great friends. And the person I worked for, I'm still in touch with her all the time. So that was awesome. It was time for something new, and it's like what Matt says. If you're at a point in your life, and for different reasons, but if you're at a point in your life and you're looking at your job and you're like, this is literally not doing anything for me anymore, then you need to get out.
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I lived about 15, 20 minutes away from the job I have now. And, I met my wife and she's a farmer, so you can't move a farm. So I moved to live with her and now I'm an hour away, and that commute was never going to be, I was never going to make that hour trip forever, and I knew I was gonna leave eventually. I kind of negotiated, and this is pre-pandemic times. I negotiated working from home two days a week. You know what I mean? And then when the pandemic hit, I worked from home a lot. And then when I had the baby, it's like, okay, now I need to go to 3 days a week at home, and but it just, and that's how I do alternate 2 to 3 days a week, and so, but I always had this kind of timeline in my head. I'm like, I have to leave. It's going to get to the point where gotta go to soccer games, gotta go to the show, the kids show, gotta do all the stuff that I don't want to miss. And when you work an hour away, you can't really do that stuff. So I had this kind of idea in my head that I was going to leave eventually, and then my company actually moved a little bit further away, so it added 10 minutes onto my commute, which just sucks. And then combine that with like all the shit that went down, I kind of just accelerated my process. Like I was going to try to start looking for a job in the middle of the summer because they're moving now, and I didn't want to leave them in a lurch because if I left, they'd be completely fucked. You know what I mean? And so I was like, whatever, but they were just whatever. So now I'm like, fuck it, I'm just looking for a new job. I don't care. When I get it, I get it. So I don't have pressure to find one, but it was kind of in the works even prior to me kind of getting a little disdain up in my brain.
Yeah, situation just brought it forward. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But then you have to be a bit more like you said about leaving them in the lurch. It's like it's kind of not your problem. I know it sounds bad, but it's just
no. Like the company is like it's a large company. You know what I mean? It's not huge, but it's like they generate like $10 to $12 million of profit a year, so they're not like a tiny company. Yep. But like I sit directly next to the owners. Like they were at my wedding. It's not like what I mean. It wasn't like a company where there's some faceless. You know what I mean? Human at the top, like we'd go out drinking after work and go to family functions to get. It was a family company, so it makes it a little bit more kind of difficult. But it's also, when it also comes down to the brass tacks of like, hey, I need to make more money, and they're like, we don't have it. Well, you're really cool with me when we're hanging out at the bar, but when I ask for money, you're cold as fuck. So,
yeah. That's the real world, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 You can't be like, wow, we've doubled our profit margins this year. Okay, I'm getting a raise. We don't have the money. I'm like, how does that work? I'm not quite sure.
I'm very lucky. I'm still working from home. Someone sort of said, "Oh, we might have to go back to the office for a couple of days a week," and I just put it on mute.
Oh, did hear that?
It's my new life.
I'm back in 2 days a week.
Yeah, same here. Well, no,
they're trialing this until end of year, and then they'll review it. I think because I work for a big organisation. The amount of money that is saved not having us sat at desks is huge.
Yeah.
There's like. Another thing that obviously since all this shit has happened is people have got used to the not forking out on transport, then on top of that you've got the inflation that's going on. It's like shit.
Fuck the inflation, Jesus!
Like shit,
fucking insane.
You know what I mean? It's
yeah. That's been one of my biggest. It was £300 a month for me to get to work, petrol.
Yeah.
Well, I get train, and I was looking at. If I were buying that monthly ticket now, I bet it's £400 a month.
So I mean, so you got used to that £400 for the last 2 years.
Yeah, I did.
On and off. You know what I mean? And that's where it's like, fuck.
If I'm willing to spend it on American beer.
Yeah. What are you drinking, Rob?
I've got a couple of Burial.
Oh, okay.
Cans. This is called All We Become is Just Dirt in the Ground.
Yeah, Burial makes good beer.
Well, that's
like
very timely, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah, Cloudwater got a bunch of big delivery, and so they're pretty fresh. They're like 2-3 weeks old.
Yeah, they started. Burial started shipping a lot. Like you could pretty much buy like Burial beer direct from them in the United States now. Like because the pandemic's changed a lot of that, like shipping to home, and now I can get whatever I want if I want. I don't really order much beer, but it's nice. It's a nice option I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're the kind of guy that will basically just walk into every local bottle shop you ever find, and you always somehow find these fucking gems, like old beers for cheap prices hidden in corners.
Yeah, it's pretty
bottles,
awesome.
And I don't know. Your karma is fucking unbelievable. It's like, what the fuck?
Nah, I mean it's also luck though, because not even luck. It's just percentage, playing the percentage. I should say more than luck, because I live in New Jersey. You know what I mean? And I would say 90% of distribution of European beers came in the port in New Jersey and then went to everywhere else in the country. So all the importers, this is where the beer came. So the shortest point to making $1 is the shortest distance. So there would just be all these beers put on shelves, and then no one would drink them because Jersey and the other end of things had no breweries. Up until 10 years ago, Jersey had 6 breweries, for real, 6. And New Jersey is the most densely populated state in the country. There's more people per square mile in New Jersey than any other state, and there was 6 breweries a little over 10 years ago. Now there's 100 and change. But think about that. Yeah, that's but you think about that. There was not only was there a ton of beer here, there was nobody drinking. There was there was nobody drinking. It was weird,
except for that guy.
Except for this guy.
Hey,
where are Shelton Brothers based then? They're East Coast, aren't they?
Who?
Shelton Brothers.
Well, Shelton Brothers. Yes, they were Boston.
Boston,
but they so they're East Coast, but they're kind of they exist, but they don't really exist anymore. They went in bankruptcy.
Yeah.
But they still.
Historically, they were the big.
Yeah. They were the big. Well, there's a lot of other ones. There's a lot of other Merchant Duvin, and then a bunch of different people. Each importer has their own portfolio of beers and stuff like that, and but they're all, because it just makes sense to have your home base in New Jersey, because the major shipping port is Newark, New Jersey. That's where most of the cargo in the United States lands, in Newark, and through customs, and that's typically where most of it comes from. I mean, you can go to Philly and a couple other places, but that's the largest import or container landing in the United States. So that's why most of the places are located around here.
Yeah. No, it just happens loads of importers are around me. Yeah. As well, so we've always been really kind of blessed in having lots of kind of imports, whether it's European or American. Because historically, the 2 biggest importers are based in Leeds, so 8 miles away.
Guys, I'm gonna hop off because I got work in the morning. Matt,
I want you to hop. I want you to actually hop off as well.
I'll do the hop. But Matt, I wanted to send you a message somewhere this week, but now that you're here, did you ever get that beard we talked about?
I wanted to ask you the same question. I wanted to know, is it just a base green can? Which one is it? So it happens it's Tuesday, they make a couple different variants of it. So I wanted to make sure I was going to get the right one.
Give me 2 seconds, because I can...
Yeah, just send it to me. And that way I know what to look for. Because I'll be out and about tomorrow, and I'll hit a couple of bottle shops, and I should be able to find it.
I should have a picture somewhere. I'll send it to you, and because I should have it in. A buddy of mine has it. He picked it up for me because he was picking up BCBS for me and some other stuff. And he's going to either Douglas. You know Douglas. So either he's going to bring it over here or ship it over to me. But then I'll send you a picture through Messenger. I got to go to work in the morning. Yay. So I'll see you guys later. Have a fun stream. Craig, thank you for having me on. Guys, it was great seeing you.
And, take care.
Have a good weekend. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Take care, both. Hey. That's been nice.
So what were you reviewing then for 25 minutes?
Who?
You.
Well, I've done 2 reviews.
Fair enough. I'll let you off then.
Well, it wasn't 25 minutes. So that's... We have 3 little birds.
Any good?
Yeah. It's really nice, easy drinking, soft. It's had a slight bit of body to it as well, which was quite interesting. Yeah, and then I had a contrast. I had a bit of a change up from Lincoln Green on the second. So more trad.
Okay, cool.
So an American Pale Ale 5.5. Just done that as well. which was interesting. And yeah, that's it so far. But yeah, so far I think that's for the pale beers. That's probably my favourite. It's got a bit of bitterness, a little bit of a little bit of pine needle bite going on.
I don't like Jaipur.
No, not
I've had another track, and it's been fantastic, honestly.
What's that called?
Here in the morning, pale ale 5.2.
Oh, right. It looks familiar.
Honestly.
Yeah, you can't go wrong, can you?
Any other new beers going on?
I'm going to crack that open now. Fancy something.
Bit of TMS.
I had that on draft.
ABV on that, Jay?
It's only 10.
Saturday. Yeah, I had it on draft. At the Cock Tavern on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
It was really damn good. I enjoyed it. Oh, look at this now. A little bit of Lawson's. There we go.
Oh, hang on.
Pills.
Scrag.
I love the name. Scrag Mountain Pills.
Scrag Mountain. So,
quite multi pills.
It's dark because of how dark my room is. It's not that. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. It's just because my room's so dark.
That's good.
You've been out clearing the brush.
Yeah, for the pub shed.
Yeah, you can
the shed studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pumped for that thing, man. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I gotta go out and do more work on that tomorrow. We kind of tear it down completely, and doing all this stuff DIY. It's just for the birds. But hey, I'm not made of money, and it's already costing way too much. So
yeah.
It's got to be right. It's got to be right.
Yeah. Well, those things do seem to cost quite a lot of money, don't they? I mean, I watched what Johnny and Brad did with
the little brewery,
little studio kind of like situation.
Brudio.
Even though the lighting, I refuse to use that word. It's embarrassing. They should have a bit of fucking shame over that kind of like bollocks. But the lighting's terrible. I don't know if you've noticed.
For filmmaking, where you're relying on natural light to make extended time films, it's never going to work.
He's got a panel. He's got an LCD panel as well in front of him.
Yeah,
but it's it's not good enough.
Build that as well, didn't it? On and off.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks nice.
Yeah, I'm cheating. I'm actually purchasing the shed itself, just doing everything else.
Yeah, but do you have to build the shed, or does the shed complete?
Well, the shed. I'm buying the shed itself. So it'll be the shed, the outside of the shed, and then it's framed on the inside. Okay. So I got to build a shed bed, and you have to build a specific kind of bed for it to sit on. You just can't throw it on the ground. Yeah. I got to run I got to dig a trench, run electrical, put in a sub panel, drywall, spackle, insulation, flooring, all that shit. You know what I mean? So basically, I'm getting
pretty much what Johnny did.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if he built it from scratch or not. It can be done.
He got like a kit, so it's like you had to put together the frame yourself. I think
this one comes from in the United States. What they typically do, because you could buy those too, at like major hardware stores or whatever. But if you buy from a small mom and pop place, they actually build it and then they just bring it to your house on this weird trailer. That it's and they just kind of put it in a place by themselves. It comes like pre-built. Yeah. Well, no, it's not even. They bring it on a flatbed, but then they pop it off and put it on this thing. It's like two wheel. It's like just smaller two wheels on one side, and on the other side, it's just like a hand jack, to where they can move this gigantic shed around on this kind of weird kind of dolly thing. It's like really weird.
Cool.
Yeah.
So is that what you're doing?
Yes.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And that's a more of an intelligent decision, if you ask me. Fuck building stuff like that.
If I had the time, it's actually not that complicated. But at the thing is, especially right now, cost of materials are so high that a lot of these companies have deals with lumber yards and stuff like that. So you're like literally you'll save yourself like 10%, 15%, and I'm like, that's not worth breaking my ass over, you know. So yeah,
the amount of time that it would take out your day and stuff.
Don't get lumbered with that.
No.
But I'm excited, man. I'm excited because it really does kind of complete, or you know, the reason I'm doing is because this room I'm now is going to be my son's room.
Yeah.
So and that's the only room really have left. So you know, and it's not. I don't need like a YouTube place. I can do that anywhere. It's just I do a lot of work from home, and I kind of really do need an office. So it's like, this kind of makes all the sense. We have a huge barn. I could build something inside the barn, but I just didn't really want to put something inside the barn. So I was like, screw it. Just do this, and
What's
I'll be
in
awesome.
the barn? There's nothing in the barn.
No, there's a ton of shit in the barn. There's two floors to the barn. The first floor of the barn is like full of everything you could possibly imagine. There's a chicken coop in there. There's some animal stalls.
Yeah.
There's actually a whole full-on wood shop in there, like huge table saws and all kinds of crazy. Because my wife's father, who passed away, he was like a wood. He created stuff with wood. So there's a ton of stuff in there, and like a bunch of like party shit, like you know what I mean, like
workshop type thing.
Yeah, like no, but I mean like a table saw the size of like a car, like the shit like that, like huge industrial level shit. And a bunch of like there's like a fridge and a mowers and fucking all the shit you need to use a farm. And then there's a second level where it's kind of open, but it's just storage. I could have actually put something there because my brother-in-law built a art studio in there, so there's actually like a space already built in there.
Oh, okay.
But again, it was one of those things where if I build something in there, I take away all the storage space, and it'll cost the same amount of money as buying a shed. So I might as well just buy a fucking shed.
Exactly. Yeah. And also, chickens fucking stink.
Yeah, that's that. I would have been right above that chicken coop, and that would have smelled. I'd be like, man, everything smells just like a saison in here.
A lot of barnyard going on.
Yeah, everything's a barnyard. It's a barnyard imperial pastry stout.
It'd really skew your reviews.
Yeah.
Barnyard beer reviews. No, it sounds cool. I think I watched all of that video of.
Oh yeah.
I was doing something else. I wasn't just like avidly.
Yeah.
I was like, I was kind of like, I didn't tell you I was working on.
No, because
time lapse of you kind of like picking through the brush.
Yeah, I like all I've been doing for the past 2 months because it really kind of solidified the idea. It was right around Christmas time, and I was like, all I did was watch YouTube tutorials on like how to do this, how to do this, how to do that. And then I went to go start doing stuff. I'm like, why don't I just film it? Because I watched everybody else do it. I'll just film myself doing it,
Yeah.
So.
That'd be good.
Nice. Look at those views. Well, that's exactly why Johnny and Brad filmed building of theirs. Those type of videos are so popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an instructional video for everything, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm getting a brewing kit soon, so that'll be hilarious.
Oh, cool. What kind of thing are you going for?
Mr. Beer?
I don't know yet. We'll just find out. I don't know. We'll throw some tea bags in there and have a tea bag stays on or something. I don't know.
Well, you can go pretty basic. I mean, what my kit, which is languishing in my. If you want to buy a nice kit, I've got a nice beer kit.
No, just
in my mum and dad's shed at the moment. Mine's like a stock pot.
Shit kit, bad kit, good kit, doesn't matter. I still won't have a clue, so it doesn't.
Well, I think it's like if you go down the route like what Johnny and Brad have done, it's easier to make good beer. They've essentially got like work making machines.
I record it, so all the mistakes, everything will be on there. I don't care. So it'd be a laugh, really, more than anything.
I was like a converted cool box.
Yeah.
But
then all the people who know the brew looking, you fucking wanker. I don't mind all that.
No. I'm just going to get a pointer and call it a day.
That's such a waste of time.
It's not brewing. It's not making beer, is it?
It's too easy. It's just a gimmick. It's a pandemic gimmick. A lot of these fucking things.
Yeah.
You're right. I completely agree. Yeah.
That's why I refuse.
I always wondered if they'd be good for putting homebrew into, so you've got like an easy dispense vessel. But I don't know how they actually work really.
Nah, don't know.
That's the worst bit of homebrewing.
But then you could put a homebrew stout for you could put your homebrew stout for a physics machine.
There you go.
So, but it's like it's almost the equivalent of Sparkler up north. So fuck that shit.
No, that's just. I mean, it's not cheap. But I mean, the best homebrew kind of draft solution is a corny and a little tank and stuff. But you need the space. I just never had the space to have like a fucking tank of CO2 knocking around.
Well, that's the thing. No matter what it is you do to create stuff, like you almost have to have dedicated space. You know what I mean? Whether it be like, painting or music or brewing or whatever. It's one of those things where you want to do it, You can't spend like a half an hour, 45 minutes setting everything up. Because by the time you set everything up, you just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? You're like, I just don't want to do it. You just want to be able to sit down and just rip and roll. So that's the thing with stuff like that. You kind of just have to have it set up and ready to rock whenever you want to go.
Yeah. My mate, he subsequently... he built my kit. Did Aid, and he was a brewer, a staff brewer at Saltaire, next door to me. And then he set up his own place. But he was an industrial tool maker, so he's really handy. So his garage, he had like a stepped kind of gravity fed kind of like system where he had his.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He had a converted mango chutney barrel. A couple of kettle elements in it, and he could set with a keypad on his wall his strike temperature. So his strike temperature came heated up exactly how he wanted it, straight in, and it were on like a next level down, and he had a gas burner and stuff. It was a beautiful setup, but he'd brew like 2-3 times on Sunday. So he was working all week at Saltaire, and then he'd homebrew like multiple times on the weekend. But exactly, he could walk away from that as well. But with me, I took over the kitchen for like an entire day. And after having a child, I couldn't really justify having 40 litres of boiling liquid in the kitchen. Loads of fucking shit. The worst bit of it is fucking cleaning, going outside. Yeah. Cleaning that, fucking digging out all the grain and stuff.
Cleaning is the main thing, really. That's the main.
Big tab, yeah. So
which I've known for a long time. It's just that. So it's more that than actually brewing the thing.
Having good process is key. So, you can.
It just looks like such a faff. That's the trouble. It just looks like absolute faff. Homebrew.
It reminds me of cooking a lot. I mean, I like a bit of cooking now and again.
I think it's really fulfilling.
Yeah, I think I love cooking. I don't like brewing, man.
Okay.
I've done it. Some people like to build the race car. Some people like to race the race car.
No, that's fair.
But
I'm going to use that sound.
And some people like to talk about the race cars and film themselves doing it.
And crash the race car horribly. What I mean?
No, but I'm all for crashing shit. It's just, it will be a few of them.
But with brewing, man, it's always been like, so you guys ever heard of the saying, don't put stuff down, put it away? It's like I am the exact opposite of that. Like, I wish I was that person who would put stuff away, but I'm just the person that puts stuff down. And if you live that life, brewing isn't really for you. You know what I mean? You can't just randomly drop stuff and then be like, where's that thing? I got to go over here. What? No, I can't do it.
How patient are you as well is probably another factor. It's, patience and stuff.
What's this word patience you speak of? I've never
as in, take your time and, not a doctor. But, who wants to be a doctor? Fuck that shit. But, But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And then they're going to be awful, so I'll give them to the neighbour. So,
See, can't wait to try it.
One thing what Matt just said is I want to be the person who puts stuff away, but I am not. I am hardwired to just put it down.
Yeah. What I also do is moan at my wife and my kids about when they put stuff down as well. So I don't put it away either. But it's like, well, why did you put that there? That's not where that goes.
But then it's being my own fault then. So I'm like, I need to know where shit is and don't touch shit.
Yeah.
And then brew when I let them at school, and then
that's it. Yeah. That's probably a good length of time actually. That's pretty much your brew day, about 5 hours.
Yeah. So it's like, do that. And what does it taste like, Dad?
No, but one of the great things it is doing stuff that you really want.
Well, I just want to give it a go.
You will end up with liters, 30 liters on.
I just want to try something. And then
I really enjoyed brewing brown. I brewed a lot of pale ales and IPAs, and I really enjoyed brewing. I made a really nice brown ale, and I made a really nice export stout. They were probably the best 2 beers I've made.
Yeah, I'd like to brew a mild or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Just something like that. If it comes out great, then happy days. I'm not expecting it to. It's probably going to take half a dozen brews before I get something. Oh, I like that, or maybe more.
I think I had a couple. I think maybe my first 1 or 2 were a bit iffy.
Bit homebrewy.
Yeah, and then, and I don't think it's worth going. I mean, maybe some kits, like partial mashers and stuff like that, but all grain is not hard to do. And it all takes the same amount of time. I find it bizarre that Raggy does kits because he knows a lot more about brewing.
Oh yeah. I think they're wasted on it. Really, they're kind of wasted on them. That's why that's the impression I get. It's like, well, you've done other brewing before, but you still buy the kits. It's like,
well, and that's the thing. Like, if the kits, fucking extract brewing, like kit brewing, produced as good a result as grain, then all the breweries that make beer would be doing kit beer. You know what I mean? Like, they don't make it harder just for fun. You know what I mean? Like, they don't make it more difficult just for fun. It produces a better product. You know what I mean? There's less moving parts, so you might not screw it up. But really, I mean, for all intents and purposes, all of your mistakes, as far as really bad mistakes, are going to come post-boil. You know, like, even if you have some kind of negative environment, you know what I mean? As long as you're pre-boil, it's not that big of a deal. Sure, you could fuck up ratios and do something screwy that it doesn't taste great, but it's not going to be sideways. And that's where all your extract is pretty much involved. So, you know, I would say just go straight grain from the get and just go from there.
I think you can get away with probably making some decent beer using decent kind of liquid extract. If you're sourcing good stuff, like Malt Miller over in the UK, I think you can probably get some decent malt extract and stuff.
Cheers for joining.
And there's me and my mate. I mean, in his shed, he got a bit of kit, and he was. I think it's the most simple one is boiling in a bag. So essentially, you've got a bucket with an element in it, and you essentially you mash, and it's the stripped down version of what Johnny and Brad.
It's the tea bag version.
Yeah. Essentially, maybe it's messy. It's a bit fucking messy and a bit kind of there's a bit of fuckery going on in there and stuff. But it's the cheap version of what Johnny and Brad have got, which is essentially that's all automated.
That in the bag stuff though, that's a good entry point.
Because you're still doing all grain, but you're not. You're basically the reason your mash tun is basically the bag. So basically for those that don't know, you know what I mean. You have your mash tun, and then that's where all you steep your grain, and then everything gets hot, and then you steep the grain in the hot water, and then out comes the juicy liquid. It's very, very technical stuff, but it basically what you're doing is you're eliminating that and using that bag as kind of your mash tun. But
keeping the mess.
Yeah, well, and you're just kind of taking one. You're still doing all grain, but you're taking that one added container out of the portion of the show.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little bit too much of a, what's the word I'm looking of, like a purist or whatever. But like if someone built a car and they were like, man, I built this car, again back with the car analogy, I built this car and it's absolutely amazing, just drive it, and I'd be like, man, this is awesome. And then you find out someone built the engine, but they bought the engine, but then built just the frame. Be like, did you really build the car, man? Because you kind of you built the frame. You didn't build the engine at all. You know what I mean? Like you kind of you bought the biggest part of it, and then you put it inside something. That's kind of weird.
It's like kick cars.
Yeah.
But if you don't put the engine in something, then it won't ever be a car.
It works.
Cars. I like cars.
It's the core ingredients.
I want to build a car. I like the end result. Jake.
The core ingredients. There we go.
Oh, everyone's going for a bit of beak now. Dest.
Oh,
It's good. I've had that one before.
Yeah.
Good. Cracking beer.
I've not reviewed it, but I've had it before. It's good.
it's good.
I've got Cladwater double IPA this time. New normal.
Oh. Don't you think all these birthday beers, all these mushes faces on are a bit weird?
Yes. Somebody came in the shop last night and said it's weird as well.
Why would you want your face on a fucking can? Fuck that shit. Fuck off.
Yeah, I know two of the faces on the cans.
Yeah, I know one of them.
Yeah. Adam, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jay's on there as well.
Yeah, well, two of them. I know two. No, just no.
No, it is weird. I can probably understand what
did they have an option in that? Did they have a choice in whether or not they could have
because it's not everybody.
I hope so.
It's only a handful of people who are in there.
Why is what's the name's face not on it?
I think
Suppose they wanted to sell, I guess, aren't they?
I think I met that Adam at the Cloud War. I think he was one of the people. I think.
Yeah, he's lovely, Adam.
Yeah, Paul should be on there. Yeah. He should be the main beer. Yeah.
That's why he's not.
He's not on there.
That'd be seen too much of an ego trip.
He sticks to Twitter. Oh, sorry.
I know he's left on it, but I watched like a little bit of the birthday stream. And it was just.
Well, they had a stream today.
It completely passed me by. I didn't see anything about the beers. Just passed me by that one.
The Hot and Weiss. I've had three of them. They were good. The Hot and Weiss.
I'm sure the beers are going to be really good. But
the Triple IPA was amazing. The Imperial Stouts, my continuous improvement.
I'm looking at that can.
Jesus, that looks chewy. That looks very chewy.
Looks radical.
I thought it was Modern Times for a minute, but
I was like, they're
closed down.
They're closed down, a bit.
Yeah, a bit. Well, they stayed open. They're just closing a lot of their satellite locations.
Oh, really?
So the brewery itself isn't closing.
No, not the brewery itself. Just
But a lot of their locations. The big one that's closing is a brewery called Hair of the Dog. They're closing.
Is that Portland.
Yeah, but that's just because they just want to.
The owner just wants to retire. That's it. Yeah, he's not closing.
Isn't interested in taking on.
They are, and I'll say this without any hesitation. They're one of the best, big beer makers and barrel aged breweries in the world. Probably top 5, if not top 10. Of barley wine, big beer, barley wine, old ales, stuff like that. They are one of the best, if not the best. They're that good. Oh my God, they're so good. And they make the world's most expensive beer. Put it that way.
What's the most expensive one?
Let's see. What did it go?
I've had a bunch of them. Yeah, I actually Thomas isn't here anymore, but I actually got them from the Netherlands. Shipped over in a bomb-proof fucking case. It was amazing.
So,
but I always want to try them.
I forget what it went for recently, but in 2013 they sold 12-ounce bottles of their beer called Dave. It was Dave. It was a barley wine, and it went for $2,000 a bottle.
Holy smokes!
And now it's 2013, so you can imagine what it costs now. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
But it probably is dog shit now, to be honest.
No, because I think it's a still beer, like kind of like some of those Demolin jams.
Yeah, well, I think I've got some. I think I've got a couple of versions of some of their more like iconic beers that they brewed at Demolin. I think I might have like Adam and Paul brewed at Demolin.
Oh no, not Demolin. Destruce. You know, Destruce does like the still beer. It's like the non-carbonated beer distillate. It's kind of like that. It's like a still bar.
Crazy ABV. Yeah.
Eisenbach bullshit.
Yeah, Eisenbach. Yeah.
They're usually horrible.
Well, they're not beer, are they? Just
if you're gonna buy, if you're gonna spend $2,000 on a bottle of beer, then you've got too much money, or you've got no fucking sense.
I definitely have one of those, so hopefully I get some money someday.
So with the brewery closing, you think those prices are going to go up even more if someone's got some bottles of that knocking around?
Well, this is like the Fuller's thing.
The weird thing is,
there's like fake values, aren't there? It's like it only has that value if someone's willing to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the only reason that's why I quoted the price from
you need two
like 10 years ago. Like 10 years ago, that secondary market like fake value thing didn't really exist 10 years ago. So that's why that, like, I don't know, maybe it was the precursor to all that. But the weird part about that brewery closing is I listened to a podcast a couple of months ago with the owner and he's pretty much saying, like, I just wish someone who like loved my beer would just approach me and just be like, hey, I want to continue the brewery. You know what I mean? Like, why isn't somebody just like, hey, don't close, just I'll run it and you can make more money? Like, I don't understand why that's not happening, you know?
But I guess they're so unique that it's not as easy just to like step in and like there'd have to be that kind of like handover period where he like teaches you how to make those iconic beers, and because they are very specific, aren't they? I mean, like what the kind of historic ales, a lot of them, aren't there? There's like a fucking barrel aged, a really high ABV Dortmunder and stuff. They're all pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's a bit like it's a bit like what's it called? The oh bloody hell! The beer that's brewed near me, the stout. No, the Good King
Henry.
Good King Henry. Yeah. So that guy got older, and he was like, I don't want to make it anymore. And then Grain, who's like a real ale brewery near me, they were like, come and brew it here. Like you can keep it going, and we'll sell it, sort of thing.
I had another vintage 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Same Andrew, that kind of thing happened with the Thomas Hardy ale. It kind of got passed around, didn't it?
Yeah. Is it they're in their 3rd brewery or 4th brewery?
I don't even know where it's been brewed these days.
No, it's brewed in Meantime, but
oh really?
But by an Italian, like basically like there's an Italian beer distribution group that purchased the rights. So it's their beer. They just happen to brew it at Meantime because they wanted to make it. They said that it has to be made in England or whatever. So they're like, we'll do it there. So
fair enough.
Yeah,
I've not seen that. I've not seen that for like 15 years.
Yeah, no, the new Hardy's is tasty, man. It's good, but it's Thomas Hardy. It needs 10 years to become good. Yeah. So
10 years of oxidization.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You say oxidation like it's a bad thing. naughty man.
They should definitely do a beer called that, Sam.
Well, there's plenty of them around.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
This is maybe from a Beer Gorilla changing the
I've got a thing going with one of the barmen. They're lovely people in there, but as soon as I come in, I go, yes, give me some beer. And he goes, yes, I'm going to serve me loads of beer. And we do it every time we come in there. And he likes a bit of Instagram. So always.
That's good.
Beer Gorilla, where's that then?
Northampton, yeah. Northampton.
Oh, right. Is that where you are? Northampton?
Yeah.
My mate was going to open a shop in Northampton, but he'd heard about. I think Beer Gorilla had opened. And it kind of put him off, and then everything went a bit fucking nuts in his life. He used to play foot. He used to play foot rugby team.
I was gonna go up there last weekend, but just a bit short of cash then. So.
You'll have to come up some great time, as I say.
No, it's literally less than an hour from London. It's really fun.
I'll see if Brian's knocking around. Drag Brian out. Do you, I don't know what the team's called. What's the rugby team?
Northampton. The old Northampton, the main.
Yeah. Do you follow them at all?
I do a bit. My brothers do a bit. But a couple of the Saints players actually go in there. Old Beer Gorilla.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. Yeah, my mate Brian, he played. He was tight end prop, bunch of years ago. From the Springbok International. Yeah. I met him on Valentine's Day at Cladwater.
Well, that's nice.
6 years ago.
Do you still keep in touch? Keep in touch, or
I've not heard from him for ages. I mean, he went through a really shitty pit. He went through a really hard part of time in his life. He's posted a great video about it all. It's nuts. I wouldn't like to jip him on his story because it was pretty nuts.
A few years back, he did join a few of these, didn't he? I remember. I was on a couple.
Yeah. He's great.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
On his beer shop, he used some of my videos.
Yeah, exactly.
On his online thing.
I remember now. Okay. Yeah.
Kind of the top and bottom of it all. After his career ended prematurely because he developed a shoulder injury.
That's right.
It could have been like fatal. Essentially, he could have died. He had to have like AIDS tests and stuff because he's from Zimbabwe. Yeah. There were loads of fucking crazy things, and then he prematurely had to retire. Then it turned out his agent hadn't been paying tax, so he had like a fucking
lovely guy. He was a lovely guy.
Such a nice guy. Yeah, and so I like his nest egg, that post career nest egg to build his shop and a barbecue place and blah blah blah. Was taken away because his fucking agent had been paying his tax, and then his wife got really ill, and was in hospital for like a year and a half, and he was just trying to find a job and stuff. And I've not spoken to him for maybe like a year and a half or something like that. Not heard from him, but he was doing a bit of coaching. And he was just trying to. Yeah, I'm sure he was trying to keep his head above water. But he moved back to Northampton because he had a bit of a. Cause that was like his salad days, really. His best days were in Northampton. When he was like the player of the year, and that's when they got to the couple of finals one year. Because he had a really good time at Northampton, and so they thought he was great, and he got bought by a team in Paris, and then everybody in Paris are much bigger than him. And he was like, so he didn't get a sniff really. But he kind of had a couple of. He just did a lot of homebrewing mainly when he was in Paris. Great company. I mean, yeah, it's quite a bizarre situation. It did look like when I was walking around Manchester with him, it looked like he was my bodyguard. But yeah, no, he was a great guy. I'm sure he's still out there, as he does. Anyway,
any new beers opened, or what's going on? Anyone?
No, I'm still nursing this Imperial Stout.
Ah, good. How is it?
It's good. It's really good actually. I have had this before, I think, and I remember the first time I had it, it wasn't great, but this one's a lot better. But it was a couple of years ago I had it.
Yeah, I had a half on draft Saturday, and I thought it could do with a bit more, but then you always want more.
It's a good Imperial Stout. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like bags of like tiramisu flavour.
No, it's not.
You're left with that little coffee aftertaste.
There's a bit there, but yeah.
That's kind of what I want from those beers, to be honest with you. Because the other way around, when they're gobs and gobs of the adjunct or whatever, they're good for the first, couple ounces. Then you're like, yeah, I'm done. But if they have the hints of it, the insinuation of it, then I'm good all the way through.
And if they went too far on the lactosey creamy side, then that's just a write off for me. Whereas they haven't with this. It actually finishes a little bit dry, which is quite.
That's what I want with a beer like that. I want it I just want it kind of balanced in the middle.
Yeah.
Not that way, not less, just pitched about right. It's just what you want it pitched. Well, it depends what you want, but yeah, I just wanted a bit more. That was on draft, but that was cold, so it's one of them deals. And if it's too cold, then you got to let it warm up. When you're in a pub, it's like
what did they have on cask wise in the Cock Tavern? Because it's always got a good cask range.
Yeah, they're quite a lot of Brass Castle on.
Oh, okay.
I had a hazelnut mild on cask, which was pretty good from them. Can't think what else. I had half of that. I had half of something else as well. I have to check, but yeah. So that was after the experiment. It's just like them two places go together.
Yeah.
So it's just across the road and all that sort of stuff. So. But yeah, then I had to wait for a bus. Then I'm out with Rasco for a few hours. So, and then struggled to get back from there. It took me like 2.5 hours to get across London.
Jesus.
That's the...
What? Because of the beers or because of the transport?
No, not because of the beers. It's just the transport. No, I was still pretty good. It's just the transport system was shit.
Yeah.
There was closures for this and that, and it's like, fuck it. And then I got to a certain point, and then the TFL app was pretty shit. And then you missed your thing now, and all this, and it's like, that's the last bus, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get an Uber. It's kind of one of them deals. It was only 12 quid, which weren't too bad.
Well, that's pretty good for London, really.
Why the fuck? Two comments about that. Why the fuck have Cock Tavern got Brass Castle on? Because they're shit.
I quite enjoyed the Hazelnut Mild was good.
You have to check with Adam, because Adam had a mild from Brass Castle and was very upset by it. You have to check with Adam if it was that.
No. Well, I enjoyed it. I had a Hazelnut Mild. I enjoyed it. It was good.
I'd have been very upset if because I love Cock Tavern, but I'd have been very upset if I'd got there and it was all fucking Brass Castle.
Yeah, but they had bad kitty on cask as well.
Yeah, bad kitty is decent on cask. That's a vanilla porter, isn't it?
Yeah, don't tell Stuart that he loves them.
Yeah, man. I think they're all gluten free as well. Brass Castle these days.
Oh, wow! It just tasted nice.
But still. And then the other thing, when you're talking about Ubers and Jake might remember this. When we were down for Beaver X, our Uber back from the venue. No, back from the pub where we left Craig actually.
Yeah, was it Stormbird?
What was it called? Stormbird, yeah. So our Uber back from Stormbird. Do you remember it?
Vaguely.
It was a fucking like a big Mercedes. Like all of us got in it somehow. Like 5 of us got in this fucking Mercedes. And it was like, and we went over like Tower Bridge and stuff. It was like, this is fucking ace. You were like 12 quid, and we were like, so like this that were like £2 each.
Yeah.
Literally, there'd be 4 of us, one in front and like and 3 in back.
Old Boxcar just done a collab with Stormbird. They got an IPA out with that bar. Stormbird's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's a right mission.
Yeah, it is.
It's a pain in the arse.
I think we went because it just had such a good tap list, and it was pretty new.
Yeah,
it was pretty new at that point as well. It was pretty.
I was just trying to find the other cask I had, Jake. I had the 5 points best, the Fuggles one.
Oh yes,
good.
That was good. That was good shit.
Pembury Tavern. It's worth a visit if you've never
been.
Some
really rare stuff on cask and good obviously draft stuff.
But then we get a load of 5 points up here because of Ed Mason owning Whitelocks.
Mm-hmm.
A 300-year-old pub up in here in Leeds, and same guy owns a brewery in London, and it is good cask. I mean, they had a bunch of the green hop stuff on in Whitelocks, and it tasted great. It was bizarre. It kind of tastes somewhere between like a cup of tea and marijuana.
that sweet point in the middle.
Yeah, like a sugary tea. And it wasn't like kind of like what you expect from kind of hops. Really, you want like bags of hops, citrus and stuff like this, because they were all like Goldings and kind of more traditional. They had some British Cascade and a variety of things, but they were good. It was a real different beer experience, and they were It's good. You've been a Whitelocks, haven't you, Jake? I presume.
Yeah.
It's a great place, isn't it?
Yeah, very good.
That's the place.
I'm taking off. Goodbye.
Toodaloo.
I was enjoying time hanging out and doing all that stuff. So we'll see y'all.
See you later.
Yeah, mate.
I'll wait till that.
We really want to see those fingers. Yeah, because I had the last time I went to the Everton White Horse like a week or so ago. I had they had 5 points best on, and I got a pint of it because it just seemed fitting. You needed to get a pint of that. So I had a pint, and then I had all the other beers in between. They had some some IPAs on, and then I had a few of their beers, and then I just finished on another half of that because it was just so good, and we were right beside the fire, and it's just that sort of beer.
Cheers, mate.
That 5 points best is a very good beer.
Oh, yeah, they've got 2 different versions. They've got a Goldings and a Fuggles version.
Yeah, I think whatever one's the newest is the one I had the other week.
Well, I had the Fuggles, so
yeah.
I don't know
because when I put it on Untapped, I think there was like 2 options. I assume it was the Fuggles if that was the latest one, but it was good nonetheless.
No, I actually wasn't sure, but to me it tasted like Fuggles to me. Having a lot of these single hop sort of beers down this way, I guessed it was that. So could be wrong, of course.
You guys are backing me up. There's a girl currently in BG who's saying, I'm going to do a cab thing too. We're going to do the Bermondsey Mile. A third in every place. And I said, we're not going to make it. I said, I'm telling you now.
You're never going to do a third in each place. It's not going to happen.
I said that. I said, people will be liking some beers too much. And I said, it'll take too long. I said, look.
It's a bit of a faff getting around the mile as well. It's not a straight mile. It's not.
Come on. There's a bit is about a mile away from the actual beer mile. So.
What would you constitute the Bermondsey beer mile these days?
I think it's just that original bit, isn't it? It's just that where you look down the street and you got the Shroud. That's a good mile.
What that stretch of like arches?
Yeah, that long road.
So where bottle shop used to be. Bottle shop used to be there.
That bit.
Brewed by Numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Brewing by Numbers.
What constitutes it these days? Would you say?
Don't know. I think it's more than a beer mile now. But it's spread out.
Because Free Hills are there now, aren't they?
That's not on the original beer mile bit.
No, but they still class it as like the Bermondsey bit, though, don't they? It's still in Bermondsey.
But Four Pure's disconnected if you count Four Pure. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, Four Pure's middle of fucking nowhere, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's disconnected from the beer mile.
It is,
But it's still part of Bermondsey, so it's like. So what do you count? I don't know.
I fucking wouldn't go there these days. I went there early days.
Oh, so did I. Yeah, I've got some reviews.
It wasn't great then, to be honest.
I quite enjoyed in the early days. I've got some reviews from the early days. It's all right.
But we'll try these places, and that's the way you got to do it. You can't.
Yeah.
Is there just any way? There's no way you can just.
You can't do it. You can't do it in a day.
You got to plan
it.
I'll pick
2 or 3. If you want to do it comfortably, do it over 3 days. Easy.
So what is this? So from my knowledge, there is, because there will be a lot more besides this. So there's obviously Colonel, Brew by Numbers, Cloudwater, more still got their tap room down there.
Craft Beer Junctions, they're right next door. That's perfect.
Okay.
So I've just
Partisan
Googled.
Moved, but Partisan, I presume, are Partisan still part?
Yeah, that's more around near Ebria, that side.
So have Ebria got a bar or not?
Yeah,
Ebria got a bar.
Ebria's got a bar.
That's really good.
Okay.
So this I've just gone on the BermondseaBeerMile.co.uk.
There you go.
So this
brewing company.
Yeah, this is what they're saying as this is their route on here.
Like bullshit, if you ask me.
So it starts at the Maltby Street Market, not an actual bar, more a pre-mile breakfast location.
Yeah,
and then it's Southwark Brewing.
Yeah,
and then the Barrel Project.
That's
London Beer
Factory.
London Beer Factory, yeah.
And then Hawk Cider.
Yeah, but that's on the same bit.
Brewdog Cider.
And then you've got Anspach.
Sarah Warren.
Very close.
Yeah, it's got Billy Franks is next.
Yeah,
Billy Franks Craft Beer and Snack Shack.
That is built on, isn't it, Billy Franks?
Yeah. And then you've got Hiver, if you want some honey beers.
Yeah. So that's the original beer mole, that part is, I think. That's
and then Anspach and Hobday, more beer.
Which that's the other side
Cloudwater.
That's the other side of the road. Craft Beer Junction. And then carrying on, you got to cross another road, and then that's where you got the Kettle.
Exactly. These are all different streets now. So this is the Anspach and Hobday is the Druid Street.
Shut up, Craig.
On that other bit. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go through the list.
Because that was like Craig was saying, that was the Druid Street stretch, and now this is the Enid Street stretch, which is more beer, Cloudwater, Brew by Numbers, Bianca Road. What the hell's that?
Yeah.
Do you know that one, Craig? Bianca Road.
It's on that same part, but I've not been in there.
No, and then you got Craft Beer Junction.
Craft Beer Junction's really good.
Yeah, and then Old Jamaica Business Estate, not an actual bar, but a useful halfway stopping point fit to eat something. Okay, and then you got the Colonel, and then you got the Outpost Spartan. What the hell's Spartan?
It's next door to Free Hills.
Yeah,
Outpost is Free Hills.
Yeah, Outpost is Free Hills.
Spartan's really good. Oh, he's gone.
We've turned into the opening titles for Dallas.
Spartan is next door to Free Hills Outpost.
Spartan.
It was really good. Good.
So what is it?
Trad Brewery cask.
Oh, right.
And then further down you've got Ebria, which is really definitely worth a visit.
Oh, sure, I'll be back in a minute.
Well, hopefully, I ain't got a power cut. I would have thought so. The wind's dropped now.
Yeah, I can't hear it. It's not like my window's going to fucking fall through.
No, it's calmed down here now. It was bad earlier. Really bad.
Oh, it was fucking nightmare last night. Like, roof was leaking and all sorts.
I just click the X like an absolute twat.
Oh, was you?
Yeah, no, I did it. I just exited it, and so it was Spartan, and then finally Ibria, Partizan, and Forpure.
Yeah,
right.
So I mean that now, I mean that's a lot of dicking about there. I'd say that's a lot of if you try to do. I mean they've put it in meters between each one, and so I mean for example between like Ansbach and Hobday and More Beer, there's 220 meters just in between those two breweries. So it's all a lot of walking about.
It's not that far though. I mean,
no, it's not. But it's like if you if you tried to do the whole thing.
The one between, I think the biggest one is probably between Colonel and Three Hills.
Yeah,
that's the biggest gap.
It is, but it's like nearly a kilometre, just under a kilometre.
It's a long way. It's a long way. I've walked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's.
So where would you go if you had a day, an afternoon, shall we say? An afternoon, early evening. Where would you go? Personally, I'm going to say, no, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Which ones would you pick out? Obviously, I'm going to say Colonel. Yeah. Colonel and Rewrite Numbers. I'd say I'd have to go to those two.
Well,
but where else these days?
Well, Colonel, you do in the way you come in. So Colonel, Craft Beer Junction, Brewing by Numbers. And then whatever else you wanted. I'd say they're the three main ones.
They're the main three ones. Okay. Harry seemed really impressed by London Beer Factory's place.
Well, yeah, but you can do that, but it's the other side of the road. You go under the bridge, and then it's very good.
Yeah,
it's very good, but it depends how much time you got.
Well, you've got plenty. Let's say we've got plenty of time.
It's all right. Say
you prioritise.
Say you got an afternoon. You start lunchtime on a Saturday or whatever. So Colonel, you could probably start at Ibria or Three Hills actually.
I'd rather go Three Hills, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, you could do them too. Then you could have like a couple of beers in each place, and then go to Colonel, Craft Beer Junction, Brewing by Numbers, and then London Beer Factory. That'd be a full. Yeah. That would be a full Saturday.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because you always spend longer in places than you think you're going to. Yeah, because you're enjoying yourself. You get settled a little bit, don't you? You want to try a few bits.
I mean, it depends what you like. If you like more, you go to more. If you like Cloudwater, you go to Cloudwater. It depends what you want.
It's more. I think it's more. You look at the list and you say, "Well, I don't want to do any of those," and you go to the ones that you just want to do, don't you?
Yeah, but.
Because like Partizan, I'm not being Partizan. I don't want to go to Partizan. Not that anything against him, but they're just. I mean, it's amazing that they're still going. You did used to see their beers down quite a bit.
You just don't hear about them. You just never hear about them. It's crazy.
I saw a sponsored post on Instagram yesterday about Partizan because I think they're making their stuff a bit more widely available. Because it's just consumed in London.
Maybe they're going to have a pressure drop like Renaissance.
But they used to be really in with Hours by Mail back in the day, like going back.
I used to have quite a bit of Partizan because I used to get Hours by Mail.
I used to like their stout, and they used to do different variants of IPAs and stuff like that.
Just been off the face of the earth, didn't they?
They just disappeared. It's just like. They never got to canning, I don't think. It was all bottles.
No, I'm just going to grab another beer.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, they're a funny one. I mean, they kind of never, just like Colonel, really, because they're good buddies with Colonel.
Got some comments. How you doing, Slurpee? Sorry, just getting to your comments.
All right.
Here it comes with the jokes. I'm not even going to read them out. So there you go.
Terrible.
Yeah. Affajim's all right.
True.
It's all right. It's not too bad. Cheers. Cheers, Shark. Hope you're keeping all right, mate. Good to see you. Cheers.
What are the prices like on the mile? Are they ridiculous or just?
No, it's just not what you'd normally expect to pay. Just because it's London, it's not not even. It's just normal. What you craft
I
places.
don't think London. Yeah.
It's probably more expensive for
Go to any major city, they're all the same prices these days.
Yeah, but
London is exceptionally expensive, more expensive than Birmingham or Manchester or Leeds.
I mean, you're probably going to pay more if you're into your mainstream lagers and stuff. You're going to pay more, but you don't go to London for that. So it's what you would expect, really.
Yeah,
it's not any more. Certain things might be. If it's rare American stuff, then you're going to pay so much more for a third or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you expect that.
Yeah. No, it's like for my birthday. The plan is do a couple of days couple of nights in London, and maybe one night in Lewis, because I don't know if there's enough to keep us insane for more than like 2 days.
Yeah, Warmaster a few times.
Do Beacon. Do Beacon. I'm sure it looks nice. It's a lovely place. But do Beacon, do Harvey's. There'll be Abyss as well, but
yeah, I was going to do Beak today, but the weather said no.
No, don't go to. I won't go to Beak in February. I go to Beak in like June.
Oh yeah,
well, that's where I'm going to go, as it turns out. But because
if the weather had been all right, then I would have gone to Beak today. That's my plan.
Yeah.
I saw the forecast earlier in the week. I was like,
it's the kind of place that you want to go when the weather's nice to get the most out of it. Sitting outside, I just want to by the chalk cliffs.
We'll be going in June as well, Craig.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to do a bit of recce, and that's the reason.
Yeah. Get your bearings. You can see where our fucking hotel's going to be.
Yeah, it's not far.
No.
It's cheap, though, isn't it? It was dirt cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Warstein, I've had it a few times, but it's okay. There's better.
I don't like it.
Better German beers out there.
I used to like it. I did a review of it. It was fucking horrible.
So there you go. Green King? Nah, not really. Not really.
That's not very good, that beer.
People say hello to each other. I don't know what he's referring to there, but I agree. 10 out of 10. Fuck that.
If you like it, you like it.
No, but it's just me. Neck oil, you think is awful. I'd rather have that.
Probably agree with that.
I think I'd rather have that than icebreaker.
I was cracked open that after my Imperial Stout.
Oh, nice. Lovely. Calming down beer.
Yeah. It's my last one. I thought I'll just go steady.
Nice.
It's damn good though. It's really good.
I've got that much left of the on-setter. Don't know what else to have. Have to wait and see. We'll see. I'm out tomorrow as well, so hopefully.
Where are we going tomorrow?
Flock. So.
Oh yes, yeah.
That'd be a good day for you, Craig. You'll love that. You'll be absolutely.
I can have a few. I might, now I've sorted my phone out. I might do some reviews or.
What's their setup like there, Craig? Is it a brewery and tap room?
Yeah, pretty much is what it's going to be. It looks very modern.
Where is it in Canterbury?
Like
Wincheap Estate.
Wincheap Estate.
Yeah, sort of South Canterbury.
Go to Morrison's afterwards.
I'll have a look.
Get your lunch. Get your dinner.
Well, I'm going to be there for the day.
Yeah.
If I can get a train early and there's no
that's a pretty good place to get, because that's where you put a brewery in an industrial estate, but it's still relatively within walking distance to the town centre. It's pretty good, really, as a brewery location goes.
Well, they wanted to originally set up in Margate, but there was not really anywhere available, and the council was shit trying to help them out. But Canterbury District Council were quite obliging.
You'll get all the because there's like the university like beer society and everything. They'll flock to there.
Hey.
Well, they will. It'll be big group of them. But no, it's going to be good, and I'd like to try some of their beers that they brew at their site rather than these Gypsy Brewing beers that they've done the last few months. So I just want a bit of stability with that, and then really, what are they really like, kind of deal. Put their own stamp on their beers rather than wherever they're brewing them. Taste like their beers or their beers, like Attic. And, do you know what I mean? Yeah. There's been a few breweries that have really kind of helped them along the way, which is great, but a bit of influence flavour-wise.
So who's like do you know who the brewers and stuff? Because they seem to have friends in high places, don't they? With the collabs and stuff that they've done. And
yeah, I don't know the whole details, to be honest. I do, but I can't remember at the moment. I've heard the story a few times, but I think one of the guys, possibly a former brewer, Howling Hops. I'm not sure. I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but yeah. They stored, because they got a massive cold store, and apparently they stored their beers there.
Oh,
at some point.
My cold store is bigger than your cold store.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, give you a cold shoulder. But no, I think that they're well. Some people within the industry, so.
But they I think it sounds good. I like Flak. I think there's some great beers.
They just come out of nowhere. It's like all of a sudden, bang! It's like, where did you come from? You've been brewing like 6 months, and they're everywhere. Or you know.
Well, exactly. Make the most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean about, because it's similar to sort of when Burnt Meal came on the scene, when Beat came on the scene. They obviously had friends. So and that helps a lot, especially in because we're not at that stage like in America where everyone has their local, really local, like hyper local scene. So like you do need to get your beers out nationally to like really make it, don't you? You can corner your local market, which is a sound thing to do, but also you do want to get out there a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, a few more comments.
That's really interestingly put, actually. Yeah,
Leffe Brewing's okay. It's all right. It's quite gassy. No, not really into gin that much.
No. Oh, Colchester near me, but I won't be going to the Gin and Tonic Festival, I don't think.
No, I've never been a big fan of gin myself.
I don't mind. I drink it, but I appreciate it. But I'd rather have beer. Leffe Brewing's all right. Yeah, that's more typical stuff, like you say.
Last Saturday, I was in the old BG, the old Big Gorilla. Like the youngsters do that golf thing where they do golf. Is it golf things between pubs? They come in and they said, "We want 12 quacks." And I said, and it was this one lad. He was quite nervous. He said, "Oh, I've never had this quack before." I said, "It's 8%, mate." And I said, "How many beers you had before?" He said, about 4 or 5 Carlins or Fosters. I said, and they was down in these drinks. They weren't just sipping them. They was down in them because it's
pub golf.
Yeah. And I said, well, in about half an hour, mate, you probably won't be walking. And it was, what do you mean? I said, I said, in half an hour, you probably won't be walking.
Quack's pretty potent.
I've had quack before, but it's quite foul. So.
Yeah, they charged me a hefty bill for it.
Oh, I think he's done you. Craig.
You'll be quackers after this, mate. He got it, and he's always went playing.
I'll duck out of that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
Wear a head cam now and see how far. But that's the kind of beer for a craft beer place, you know. There was about 12 of them. They all had a quack. They literally downed it, and they gone in 5 minutes. Perfect business, isn't it? Really, it's like...
Gone in 5 minutes. No, that Phil.
Yeah.
Is that we're up to now?
Yeah. Got 5 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah, because
Good innings.
Fucking used to be 60 seconds. But...
I'd be knackered.
All the best.
It's been a long while since I've done any shenanigans like that, like pub golf. It was always just the night was over before you even began with that sort of thing. They never ended well. You never went, oh, I had such a great night doing pub golf.
Well, they come in and saying, "Oh, we want the strongest beer," and I said, "We'll have that Cloudwater orange and thing stout." I said it's 11%, and they was like, "Oh, not sure about 11%." Yeah. And then one of the blokes said, "Oh, can we have 12 bottles of Quack?" And I said, "That's 8%. You got to push it out." You know what I mean? And they was like, "Oh no, we want to last all night." I said, "You ain't lasting after 12 bottles of Quack."
I've got. You're talking about, you doing your beers of the year thing. I don't normally, but I had this on a bottle share about 3 weeks ago. I don't think anything's going to come near it. So.
Oh yeah, I heard you were talking about that. Yeah.
That was fucking Jesus, amazing.
What variant was it?
It was the Bourbon County Barley Wine, 2016.
Oh.
So variant.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's as good as, but I mean, if you want try Nerds Barrel Series number 10, which is a bourbon and cognac barrel aged barley wine. That's a stunner. If you enjoyed that, I'd be surprised if you didn't enjoy.
Is that still around? Can you still get that?
Yeah. It's still knocking around. I'll send you a link. I'll show you what it is. It's really good. I mean, if you enjoy
for bottle shares,
I can tell you.
I need to get a couple of them if you're doing a bottle share.
Yeah.
It's not one of them.
Well, I took him to a bottle share and everybody were like, "This is amazing." I'm like, "Yeah," because everybody always takes fucking sours to bottle shares.
Oh, it's stout.
No, I'm going to take a fucking double barrel aged barley wine. Everybody's going to love it. But yeah, because everybody's just like,
I brought
shit fucking $7.50.
Let me just go and get it. I just brought this yesterday for a bottle share. I need some.
Don't be a sour.
No, it's not a sour.
I did actually on the share. We did have a really nice Driefontein, and it was a 10% for a lambic. Is
wow,
pretty nuts. But it was quite an interesting one. So they brewed it to go in a former Pedro Jimenez barrel, but they didn't realize until they'd used it that so it had been used to age Pedro Jimenez, but then it had been used to age a peated whiskey, and they didn't know that until they put it in and they were testing it. They were like, shit, I'm getting like peated whiskey from that. So it had multiple uses. So it was essentially a mistake. They weren't going to release it, but it actually works really nicely. So where you go there, Craig?
There you go.
Made in Brighton. Unbarred.
Stoutzilla.
I like the name.
Yeah, $7.50 of that. Different.
Oh, cool. Yeah. We don't see much. We got a bit of unbarred up.
I got this at the Good Shed the other day. They've got the Beak. Burning Sky Beak collab as well.
Oh, is it PK or something like that, isn't it? Is it that one? They're like the sort of wine-esque.
Yeah, so I might pick that up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to have to clear off.
Okay. Take care. Cheers for joining. Love you, mate.
Toodaloo. Have a good weekend.
Have a good one, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Now we've gone to this for you now.
Yeah, it works with 4 people, but as soon as it goes down to 3, I need to change the thing.
That unbarred one sounds decent. I didn't realize they did that sort of thing, to be honest. But
yeah, well, they've got the Stoutzilla in a can, that Rasco bought the other day at the Hope in Carshalton. He paid. I mean, this was about 18 quid. It's 750.
Yeah.
It's
that's what they're about, though. Then 750.
Yeah, it's in bourbon barrels, flavours of smooth chocolate, coffee, and vanilla, with a gentle smokiness and light sweetness. It's like, oh, okay, it was about 18 quid. I thought, don't see that often.
No, you don't. Definitely not.
So I just want to get stuff that people haven't had. It's really difficult. Every box show I go to, so a lot of them already had stuff. It's like, fuck, it's a nightmare. So, and then I might pick up a few other bits. There's a few Cantillons down the road I might pick up.
Mm-hmm.
But most people have had them anyway. You don't always want that sort of beer because everyone brings them, or Freefontainen, and it gets a little bit like that. I'm going to make a food order. I'm starving.
God, I was a fucking pig tonight because we were like we're getting a takeout, so we got my kids McDonald's. So I went and got that. I braved the storm, and I went and got that for my kids. But I also picked up a double cheeseburger, and then finished off their chips as well. And then me and my wife had an Indian. So I had a double cheeseburger and chips, and then had an Indian. There's one, and it was like because I tend to get if it's not like a work night, I tend to get like a Vindaloo because I really like him. This one was the hottest Vindaloo I've ever had, so I'm going to be paying for it in the morning. I can already feel my belly sort of going.
I saw you mention that. I was like,
yeah. It was because normally like it was. I can handle quite a lot of spice, and this was just before becoming unbearable. So I finished it, but I was like, that if it was any more than that, then that would have been a no-go. And I've got it from that place before, but I swear a lot of the time when you get stuff like that, they just chuck in anything. It's any old stuff. It's not like they make the sauce the same every time.
I fancy a kebab. I fancy a kebab.
Oh yeah. I'm getting hungry now, but I can't do it. I can't have McDonald's Indian and a kebab
in a night.
In one night. Yeah.
Fucking right, you can. I can. Yeah. If someone's paying for it. But yeah. Let's have a look here.
Yeah, that wind seems to have calmed down now, doesn't it?
Oh,
it does.
It's flat calm here now.
Yeah, it's stopped now.
Yeah,
it was like it for a good part of the day. I mean, we had shit all over the garden. It was like there was stuff everywhere. I mean, over like our neighbours that way, their fences have all come down. It's crazy, really. Like trees down, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. My boss had a power cut, and a tree came down and smashed his fence. So all good stuff.
But it's all au naturel, isn't it?
Well, you can't do anything about it, can you?
Can't do anything about
it. Well, Craig, well, he won't like this, but we had an injured seagull out here, out in the front. We just like it was just on the ground for ages, and we're like, that's just weird. Just sitting there, just getting absolutely buffeted by the wind. And then our next door neighbour, like, because like we're looking at, because my wife was like, should we get it and bring it in?
I'm RSPB member.
Yeah. But because my wife was like, should we get it and bring it in? I was like, you're not bringing a fucking seagull into this house.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, that's what I said to her. She wanted to bring it in.
She was going to bring it in.
Brilliant. Yeah. I was like, I'm not, because I've got a bit of a history of seagulls, but then I saw my neighbour. He chucked out some like bread to it, and it got up and it went and got the bread, and then like hobbled off. So I think it just obviously got battered by it, but.
Yeah,
it's just weird to see it sort of just sitting there in front of our house, just on the pavement, because you never see that with a seagull, do you? It's just on the pavement in front of our house.
Yeah, it's like us in the morning when we just need a bit of toast to get going.
Exactly. Yeah, he needs a little bit of oomph.
That's all you need, isn't it? A bit of toast, loads of butter, and a coffee.
Bit of toast and coffee. Yeah, sorts you right out.
That's all you need.
Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't bringing a seagull into this house.
That would have been a bit mad. It would have been like, wow. Because imagine if it started flying around your house. How can you explain that?
It was. I say it because it was like it was a big one. It was a bit. It wasn't like one of these little ones. Because in the summer it'll be the same dickhead dive bombing me. Because they roost on the thing over wet. So I have like a history of these bloody seagulls. They roost on the thing, and then when you go near them, they're like, like I'm just trying to walk to work.
I'll tell you what, that would have been a good YouTube video though. I brought this seagull in my house because I thought it was injured.
Yeah, it's just attacking you. Yeah. No,
yeah.
I'm not a fan of them.
No, they're some of them are big birds.
Yeah, knock you out.
They are big lumps. You just as soon as you just grab their necks, it's like fuck off. Just They can't do nothing after that.
No,
because then you're controlling the head and the bill and stuff. It's like no.
Yeah.
Because when I used to go fishing, sometimes you used to cast out of here, and the fucking seagull used to go down and grab your bait in midair before it hit the.
Oh really?
It's obviously got a fucking hook in it. It's like
yeah,
and then he used to fucking reel it in. It's flying towards you because it's got the hook in its mouth. So you should get it in and just grab it by the fucking neck and take the hook out.
Reel in the seagull.
Yeah, just throw it out. We used to do that all the time when I was young.
Yeah,
didn't think nothing of it. Just pain in the arse because you're trying to get a cast.
I'd be shitting myself.
When you're trying to get a cast in the right spot where you knew there was that when the tide goes out. Well, you don't know, but we kind of knew where there was a hole where the fish were. We're trying to cast into that right spot, and then you get a bloody seagull just takes your bait just as it hits the sea. It's like so annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was another life. But yeah, they can be vicious if you let them move. But as soon as you grab their necks, that's it. You just not hurt them, but just and then just throw.
Yeah. I mean, at one point, a couple of stuff. This was pre-COVID now. I had to actually fucking carry like an umbrella with me to get out of my house because they stood there for a couple of months. Said like fucking just like get past them, just because they were just fucking like. They really took. If I walked to like the shops or we went for a walk with like my wife and kids, they wouldn't bother us. But if I was by myself, it'd be like they're after me, and I'd be walking and all of a sudden I just hear, I'd be walking, I'd just hear and I'd be fucking here they come. For like 2 months that happened to me. I was fucking livid. I was like scared to go out my front door. It's crazy.
You don't need it, do you?
Oh, well, I even looked up. It's if you disturb their nests or try and kill them, it's $5,000 fine.
Oh yeah.
Because I even looked up. I was like, how to get rid of seagulls, and then it brought up all the stuff as like, don't do anything because you'll get done. So I don't know $5,000. I was thinking about putting like a tablet or something in a chip, throwing the chip up there, getting rid of them. My parents are no go.
I've started putting loads of bird food out, lady, on the floor, just on because there's a couple of robins or a robin family that live in. I think, nice, you know what I mean? Nice seeing the robins in the garden in the morning. I don't know seagulls coming along if they're going to fucking start ducking and waving them.
It's when they roost. That's the thing. It's when they've got eggs. That's what it was. They had eggs in the nest, and like me walking past was a threat.
Yeah.
Apparently, look, I'm going to go and get their eggs, and they're after me. Awful things.
Yeah, in the summer months they can be vicious, especially with the young.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me.
If you're wearing a brightly coloured jacket or something, you're in.
I was wearing I always wear like dark colours. I'm wearing a black jacket, a black coat, and they're after me.
He's definitely in. Let's get him.
Yeah. because it was the height of summer, so I'd be going to work with an umbrella, and people were going, "Why have you got an umbrella?" And then I'd be like, "Well, it's the seagulls." And they'd be like, "What do you mean the seagulls?" So, no, don't worry about it.
What happened? Did they just fly off in the end, or the roost?
So after a couple of months, their young become old enough to fly off as well, and they just fly off and they leave you alone. But it was while that had eggs, and then while they're young, because I could see the chicks like walking about on the roof.
Yeah.
And it's a natural thing. They're just trying to protect their thing, but it was very inconvenient, extremely inconvenient. My wife found it hilarious. I'd come sprinting in. I'd come sprinting in from work. The funniest thing happened as well because like we live in so we've got like a car park with a little car park area out the front, and so I'd walk in from there, and the seagull was fucking dive bombing me, and this little old lady who lives across the way, she walked over to me, and she was like, oh, I can't believe what they're doing. Like I've seen you from my house, and this was while they were doing. This was while a seagull was like dive bombing me, and I was like, yeah, thanks for your sympathy. Like I don't want to talk to you. I want to go in my fucking house. But the fact she was probably doing her washing up at the window, just watching me get like dive bombed,
getting attacked.
Yeah. But she had to come out of her house to tell me. I was like, "Yeah, thank you, but like, can I go? Because you can see it's happening right now. They're not going for you, are they?" But luckily, it hasn't. It's because so like we live in quite a nice area, but like so over that way we've got like an industrial estate, and then over that way we've got like a retail park with restaurants and all this sort of stuff. So that's why they've roost around here. It's just easy pickings for them. All the stuff from the restaurants and like the industrial park and that sort of thing. So this one just fucking hated me. Big old seagull. Yeah.
And we keep saying they are big old birds, aren't they?
Yeah. That because the first time it happened, I was just coming back on my lunch break from work, and then I was just on my phone, and I heard them going mad. Heard the seagull like going mad, and then but I was on my phone, and then I was looking down like that, and then I just felt this like that past me. I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck was that?" And then it came back, and it's like because I don't think they will actually attack you. They just want you to go, sort of thing. I don't think they're actually going to like smack into me. Yeah. But like I was like, "Whoa!" And then I was like, "What do I do? I don't know what to do now." Like, do I run? Do I stay still? Like, what do I do? I just walked off briskly, and then after, like, they get bored after a while. But I was like, it's terrifying every time I come out of my house. Yeah, but luckily it's not happened in the last couple of years. But that was an ordeal.
Yeah, some of you don't need, isn't it? It's an extra stress, isn't it? You think?
Yeah, just coming out your front door.
I'm just trying to order this food, new card, and all that shit. It's like,
oh, really?
It's doing one at the moment, bastard. So it might not be no kebab for me, my lad. So we'll have to wait and see. Come on, you bastard. Hopefully it'll work. Should do. Wants to. That's it, hopefully. We'll see. Sorry. This is important.
What did you go for? What's your order?
Will this work? This might work, actually. I don't want a card reader.
It shouldn't be so hard, should it, to order a kebab in this day and age? In this day and age of the internet.
Oh, I've got to go to the banking app because it's being fucking weird. Log out. Okay. It's a new card. Log in.
I think I prefer the seagull swooping on me every.
Close this message. Return to blah blah. Continue. Apparently, I'm dodgy.
It shouldn't say you're dodgy though, should it? What, it thinks you've nicked a card or something?
No, just that's me saying it. It's just.
Oh, really?
It didn't say you're dodgy.
yeah, that'd be great though.
That's it. Allow. I've got a thumbs up. Fucking hell, I've got a thumbs up. I'm real.
There we go.
Sorry. Don't know where we were with comments.
That's what you want. A thumbs up. Sam's.
Are you on a bottle share tomorrow? That'll be good. Yeah, I haven't got one. My next one is the 1st of March. So. Wonder Beyond. Yeah, I'm not really keen on their stuff.
I haven't had anything from them in ages because like some of their stuff is just so ropey. Like the sour stuff.
Expensive as well, and it's really sweet. A lot of their IPAs are mega sweet. Oh, you like fishing? Okay, cool. That's good. Oh yeah, he's gone. Right, fair enough. Sorry.
It was seagulls and kebabs.
Busy ignoring people. Oh, you don't have to watch. Yeah, I've gone for. What did I go for? I've gone for a chips and pitta, a doner kebab, and a I can't pronounce it. Kofti? How do you pronounce it? Kofta. One of them.
Yeah.
So it's more.
God, you made me like instantly hungry. Actually, oh shit! I have leftover Indian in there.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm gonna have after this. I forgot about that.
We're here. We're not ignoring no one. So it's just pipe down. God. I was too busy trying to order food.
Order your food.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I don't ignore everyone for that. So it's just.
Yeah, but I can definitely feel I'm going to have problems tomorrow morning. You know when you just know it. I've got a little bit of reflux going on. These beers haven't helped in any way. I've got.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. Well, I've got no beer now, so I'm probably gonna sign off about midnight. I think that's not too bad. Just a nice little gentle stream.
Yeah.
So get on that as well. So
that's good because I wasn't particularly gonna like join anything tonight, but then when you put your link up,
I
would because every time I planned to come on something, like something's happened and I couldn't go on it.
I would have started a lot earlier. It's just it's like and then, shit, it's another hour. It's like, okay.
Life sometimes just gets in the way, Craig.
Well, there's nothing in the way. It's just me being lazy. It's just time.
Sometimes it's nice to just relax, isn't it? And
just
not do anything and
shit through an eye needle. Indeed.
That's gonna There's gonna be some danger. It's gonna be in danger time tomorrow.
At least you're not going to be constipated, so that's good.
No, but the trouble is this. I don't want to go too much into it, but the last 2 days I've gone through a pack of 6 eggs to myself. I've just gone on a bit of an egg binge. So I think the eggs mixed with the Vindaloo is just not going to make for a happy experience tomorrow. It's just not.
This is a Saturday, so you got time.
Exactly. Yeah, I got some time. Yeah.
Time on your hands. Hopefully just time.
Exactly. I just need to be left on my own for a little bit and just work through it.
Are you still in that toilet? Yeah.
I am at the moment.
Love, have you got any more toilet roll?
Get the one from the fridge. Get the one. I'll put it.
Get the one from the fridge. Get the one off the seagulls.
and on that bombshell.
Or bombshell.
Bombshell. So thanks to everyone who's commented and stuff and watched all. If you get this far on the playback, that's amazing. Just let us know and stuff, and I'll be posting some reviews probably from the morning, and then I'm going to try and up the reviews a little bit because I've been quite lazy with stuff, and some of the sound quality's been a bit rough. So anyway, thanks for watching. You have a good weekend. Maybe do another live stream. Who knows? Maybe pissed up tomorrow night. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, cheers. Keep safe. Take care.
Cheerio.
Cheers.